If that was in order, for the guest that I have tonight, there'll be no peace until all men are one. My guest tonight is a young man who I think that he's sharp. I think he has a heck of a lot of wit. Of course, everybody don't agree with me. Most people say he's gross. White people say he's gross. Black people say he's intelligent. I don't know. I've had the chance to be invited to one of his birthday shows, and then I took the liberty of listening to him. I think he's good and crazy, but I know he's slick, too. So what I want you to do tonight, I know everybody knows this show is going to be on. I want you to sit back. Don't relax. Don't relax. Because if you relax, ain't no telling what might happen.
And don't signify.
Now, you know that wasn't no nigga because the consonant didn't sound like a nigga. You know that's a cracker saying signify.
Oh, signify.
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 You see? Now, that's a cracker. You said...
Signify.
Dig it. I could say idiosyncrasy, but go ahead and talk.
Good morning, everybody. I am so sick. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm so stupid.
I got a call at 3 this morning. I thought it would be you.
Who was it?
I don't know.
Some dick?
Yeah.
Dick. I am so sick.
Is it cold?
I don't know, but I got such a bad fever. So I got into bed yesterday afternoon. I figured I'd just sleep it off,
Yeah.
And then I woke up around 10 o'clock at night, and I figured I'm still feeling crummy, but I got a whole bunch of hours left to sleep. And I figured,
it'll be okay.
Be a trooper, because you never know what to do. And plus, what am I going to do? Call you at 10 o'clock at night? Who knows what to do? With these hours, who knows what to do? So
you don't know.
So, I don't know. I'm like dead. I don't know. I'm burning up.
Well, at least you can breathe.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. So I'll just hang out, and we'll see how much we can get through. And then, if I can't get through it, we'll go home.
It was funny when you came in this morning. I said, "Ooh, he doesn't look very good."
No, I wasn't going to start laying my rap on you how sick I am.
It was all over your face.
Yeah. It's hard to be funny when you're sick. I must have about 103. You got a temperature thing?
Thermometer? That's what a temperature thing is. No, I don't.
Yeah. You got a meat thermometer? Hey,
haven't we had one here? We took your rectal thermometer, your temperature.
Yeah, I need you to take my rectal. Actually, you don't want to get near me because I sweated all night and I didn't shower this morning and I really stink. But hey, I'm here. I'm a company man.
That's what counts. Now, do you feel worse today than the day you took off last week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's about the same.
Dear.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. My wife kept saying, just cancel the show. And I said, I don't know. I feel weird doing that. I don't know why.
Well, you haven't missed a day in so long. It's very odd for you to be sick anymore.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I got to tell you, I'm really sick of getting up early in the morning, though. That's for sure.
Oh, I can understand that.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I hate it. Did you watch the trial yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
The only thing I can do to lift my spirits.
Yeah, definitely Bailey. They're calling him, like, over the hill now, and that he's a jerk.
He ruined himself.
Yeah.
Great reputation down the drain.
Yeah, they're saying, like a great boxer, he should have gone out in the 70s or 80s.
Stayed too long.
Wanted the money, and... Did you see his hand shaking and stuff yesterday?
Oh, yeah. I thought he was going to explode.
So did I.
I thought he was going to do a Scanners thing and his head would just go flying.
He got all pink and red and everything?
Yeah, I thought the top was going to come off.
He gives me the creeps. I hate guys like him. There's certain guys like, and he's always talking about the Marines, like, a guy who was in the Marines who can't shut up about the Marines.
Yeah, and that was how many hundreds of years ago?
Yeah.
You can't even remember being a Marine.
I know guys like that, who, like friends of mine whose dads, all they talk about is their Army experiences.
Right, yeah.
And my father used to go nuts because he had friends, who, of course, were all in World War II. All his contemporaries were in World War II. And there were certain guys who used to, like, every time my father would get together with them, all they do is sit there and talk about World War II.
Yeah.
And it gets real old.
Because it's the same stories. They don't even have new stories.
No.
They got to go over the same old stories.
There's a lot of guys whose, Army experiences in World War II were like the highlight of their lives. Like, after that, it was all downhill. They got married, and they came back.
Nothing fun ever happened again.
The fun part of their life was being in the Army. It was almost like summer camp for them.
Yeah.
You know. F. Lee Bailey, was he First World War or Second?
It's hard to tell it.
It's hard to tell it, man.
But have you heard about their new star witness?
Oh.
No.
This Max Cordova, the guy
I heard
who they
about
were
him.
talking about the other day. He supposedly heard Mark Fuhrman make these racial remarks.
Yeah, he says he heard him in a dream, right?
Yes, but yesterday, of course, they played a tape in court of him saying he never talked to F. Lee Bailey.
Yeah.
Then on Dateline last night, he said, I forgot I did talk to F. Lee Bailey. And now he has revealed that at first he didn't remember Mark Fuhrman making any racial remarks, but then he had a dream.
He fell asleep and remembered it.
And remembered that Mark Fuhrman must have made these remarks.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing's really weird. The whole stupid trial
I don't know
really
why
weird.
we're wasting our time.
No, let's just hang O.J. I mean, really. You know, they're saying that this case might go till October?
Yeah. Well, you know what they're screaming about now is they want to bring this Max Cordova or investigate him and have Mark Fuhrman testify about Max Cordova, and they're going to make him wait until they get to the defense, and everybody knows that the jury won't even remember Mark Fuhrman by the time they get to the defense.
You know what's really weird, too? It's like, didn't Shapiro and those guys set up a special number where they said they'd give what was it, $50,000 or something?
Yeah, there was some kind of reward being offered.
For anyone who could help them?
Yeah.
So, like, is that reward still available to people?
I know they closed down the number.
Right, but in other words, is that a way of, like, getting a payout? Like, hey, you helped us get information, therefore, you know, like, is there monetary gain in coming forward? Because, like, a lot of these people, they say now are coming forward because they want to be actors and stuff. Like, the prosecution's saying that Marine guy wants to be an actor.
Well, yesterday also, F. Lee Bailey said now that they have introduced this line of questioning as to Mark Fuhrman, whether he said the word nigger or not, or used that term in the last 10 years, the phone is ringing off the hook.
Yeah, of course. From all the kooks who want to get on TV.
Right, people who had dreams.
It's the same people who go on the Ricky Lake show and start screaming about that they had sex with their mothers.
Lottery winners.
Yeah.
Why don't we start bringing psychics to the stand?
Yeah, and chiropractors. All right, why don't we take a break? That's even better. I'll pass out during the break, and then I'll revive myself right before I have to go back on. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to the Prince of 15 Cities, Howard Stern. 97.1, The Eagle.
626 at the Eagle. This is Brad Back. It's 632 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Howard, Harleys, and pure rock. 97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
All right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. What's today, Thursday? Thank God. It's almost over, another week. I hate the human condition. I hate the body. It's so weak. Breaks down all the time. Needs a lot of sleep. You got to feed it all the right crap. It bleeds. I don't know. The hell invented this existence, this miserable existence. It's a miserable existence. Oh, being human's a drag, isn't it? Oh, every minute something wrong, right? Then the older you get, the worse it gets. Well, you go through all this garbage just so we can have orgasms. The one shining moment in your life. It lasts 10 seconds.
You don't even have that many of them.
Never. Haven't had one in months.
I didn't make it last 10 seconds.
Yeah. So what's going on with your book? I saw the finished copy of your book.
Well, it should be hitting the stores on April 5th or 6th.
What's today?
I don't know. The 16th of March.
Oh, that's good. It looked real nice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Pictures look pretty good, too. Except for that one picture of me. Which wasn't right.
Everybody gets stuff on their page. I say, keep moving.
Keep turning.
Don't stop there.
Oops.
You'll notice.
Take a few phone calls. I'm never too sick to forget that picture. But the guy who did the cover design and everything looked good. You look very serious. And the name of the book is I Quivers.
No, it is not I Quivers.
What is it?
It's Quivers.
No, there's something before Quivers.
No, there isn't.
There was something going on.
I can show you the book.
No, there was something
with me.
My Quivers or something.
No,
there was
Quivers, My Life.
Oh, that's right. Quivers,
or
My
Life. Life or something
Our Life. You don't even know the name of your own book. Quivers, A Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is a picture of Robin. She looks like royalty on the cover.
You think so?
Oh, my goodness. She looks like the queen of Egypt.
I thought that was a less severe picture. There was one very regal picture at one
really?
point on the cover, and I said, no, we can't do that.
I never saw a picture like that. You're very serious. Is it,
I don't understand what it is with you and me in pictures.
I don't know. I have to come to those shoots, though. I want to see what goes on
with that picture.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's just very...
You just don't like me looking over my shoulder.
Yeah. Isn't it very regal? You guys saw the cover.
Oh,
it's a very serious book. There's no joking going on in that book.
Read me. No comedy there.
No. Read my book.
What was I supposed to put on a jester's cap?
Yeah, big rubber nose.
Leap off the page. I shall be honored to read about my life. Knave.
You know what?
Capitals.
Each sentence more important than the next.
My name is always all caps.
That's right.
Bold.
Yeah, each page is. I saw each page has gold on it. It's laden in gold. Each word.
Why are you saying these things? It's a simple picture.
I like it. I like the picture. I would like a copy of that picture.
I'm going to get you a big one.
Yes, I put it on my wall.
A big blow up of that picture.
I want to look at that.
And have it framed for you so you can have it.
Miami Beach, you're on the air.
We have Larry King calling me on our phone, which should be on the line.
It's Jerry.
Hello, Mr. Lewis. What do you think of Howard Stern, the radio personality? How do you like them apples? I don't think we got Larry King. No, I think it was a phony. Well, we do this show. It's life and death, and it's important, but you're always going to get a schmuck out there. Turkey boys suck.
Thank you. The lecture is so great. Like, the audience is laughing and having a good time because it's not Larry King.
Jerry hadn't...
Yeah, if Jerry got into it.
Heavy.
Yeah. But Jerry quickly shut down all the laughs in the audience.
This is life and death.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. It's life and death for his career. Because other than the telethon, where else do you see him? I
was going to say, maybe he was talking about himself. Maybe
right.
I could understand the seriousness.
Life and death. Way to roll with it, you old pro.
Turn everything into
he's going to bring everyone's head down. That's not Larry King. Orlando, you're on the air.
Howard, is there any way that you can blue dot Gary's face on the E channel when he shows up?
I know, he's so fat.
He is so repulsive.
I know.
Especially from the side. It sort of looks like he's a cross between a lizard and a horse.
And isn't it funny how his nose is like flat and his teeth come out past his nose?
It's like Pumpkinhead or something.
I know, man. And that's the view I get every day. That's why sometimes I have to throw him out of the studio.
How do you do it?
But some girls tell me they think Gary's cute. I swear to God.
Well, his wife must have thought he was cute.
I don't see it at all.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Like, oof.
Oofa.
His wife is really pretty.
Yeah, his wife's real cute, but I think she married him because somehow she thought she was marrying me.
Oh.
Like, through association. Even at some point, you got to realize you're married to Gary.
Oh, my God. Then you must wake up in a cold sweat screaming or something, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. All right, thanks.
All right.
I'll put the blue dot over his
head.
Okay.
I'm still getting used to Gary's new cap.
I know. He's always licking them.
I guess he's still getting used to him, too.
Yeah. And he's had him for like 6 months now.
Yeah.
He's got brand new teeth all the time. And that dentist of his keeps trying to come up with some teeth that are going to work, but...
There's no way.
And Gary won't go to my dentist, Dr. Kaufman.
I would really like to see what Dr. Kaufman would do. I am looking at his teeth yesterday, and I said, I don't think I know that color from anywhere.
I know, because they're almost like ivory.
They're gray.
Yeah. Well, they try to make them so they don't look too white because they're so huge.
Yeah.
So they give them like a weird tint, his teeth.
But they remind me of that strange filmy gray
Yeah.
that sunglasses used to come in.
Yeah, and you know how most people's lips sort of cover some of their teeth so you don't see all teeth? His lips, are as big as they are, don't cover the teeth.
And I don't even think I know what the rest of Gary's face looks like. I get trapped in that mouth.
Me too. I've never seen Gary's eyes.
It's pretty.
Cleveland, you're on the air.
Howard.
Hey, Gary. Let me see your teeth.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, sure.
Just because.
Hang on, I'm talking to Howard.
Taking a shot at you, but just because you somehow need to shamelessly plug Dr. Kaufman all the time, there's no reason.
I don't have to shamelessly
make
plug
fun
him.
of my dentist.
I like the guy. I'm not saying your dentist is bad. I think mine could do a better job. That's all.
You're a special case.
Yeah. And you know what? You're just hostile to my dentist.
You know,
I'm not hostile to you.
His dentist is like F. Lee Bailey trying to defend O.J. I mean,
Right.
it's the dentist's fault.
That's right. Those things are big, man. And they are a strange color.
Well, they're not. You know, they don't look like. You know.
Nope.
They don't
look like
white.
teeth.
They don't look like teeth is what they don't look like.
In fact, that color of his teeth is not even on the rainbow. I've never seen that color.
That's a brand new color.
I guess the dentist was trying to make them look a little like they're not fake teeth. So he gave you like...
Well, no. I have other teeth in my mouth, and the new ones have to match the old ones. Otherwise...
And they're so straight and perfect.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You have like four pieces of porcelain,
right.
And then all of a sudden you go to the back and there's like a different color. Do you know how many different colors there are of teeth?
No.
When I went to go get my teeth, the color matched.
Yes.
They kept pulling out these like long blocks with little teeth on them, all different colors. There's there's like 300 or 400 different colors it could have been.
Well, you know a lot of stuff about teeth.
I've been there a long time, man.
Yeah, good for you.
I could do it for a living.
To write a book.
It would be interesting to find out just how much more porcelain it took to make one of Gary's teeth than it takes to make a regular tooth.
Bigger than a tombstone.
Or a toilet.
Unbelievable.
Howard.
Yeah.
I got a suggestion for you. I know you hear a lot of them. But, like, a good person to do your movie would be the guy that did that Christmas Story that was filmed in Cleveland about the kid and the BB gun. He, shot himself in the eye. You know that one?
Yeah, he's the guy going to do my movie. Sir, I don't even know what you're talking about, and my fever is so high, I don't even know what planet I'm on. So, you know what? I'm just not communicating with you right now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, dude. You just sound like a real idiot.
You didn't hear all the racket going on in the background? He's screaming at his wife, turn the tape player on for that.
Yeah, I heard all that. Oof. Get that tape recorder going.
I'm talking to Howard.
Yeah.
Put on the tape player.
And then our conversation was a disaster. And the whole time,
glad he got that recorded.
And the whole time we're talking, he's yelling and screaming, and then he gets on the air and he has a dumb comment. So what? Who cares? Where you want to go? Las Vegas? Las Vegas. We haven't been there in a while. Las Vegas, you're on the air.
Howard.
Yeah.
You say you watched the O.J. hearings yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching too. Can you tell me who the hell's on trial here? Fuhrman? I mean, come on, they're dogging the guy out. Seems like he's the one on trial here.
Yeah, it's not the O.J. trial anymore. It's the Mark Fuhrman trial, but it's all backfiring in their face anyway. Mark Fuhrman's like a real cool guy, man. He really, kept his composure with all those people trying to make him look like a jerk. And I hope he does sue those lawyers for, defamation of character.
Right.
They have absolutely nothing to go on that this guy's a racist, and they're ruining the guy's life. They're just ruining this dude's life.
He's listening to
He might as well tattoo a big swastika on his head for the rest of his life now, because wherever he goes, black people are going to think he's a racist.
Yeah, he might as well go join the KKK.
Yeah.
He has no choice.
Yeah, he might as well. It just doesn't make a difference anymore. And F. Lee Bailey's a blowhard, and although I don't blame F. Lee Bailey so much because, quite frankly, there's no case there. They're trying to make stuff up. They don't know what to do. O.J.'s guilty.
They're listening to people's dreams now and taking testimony.
Yeah, it's weird. But you know what? I still say O.J. will get off. Thank you.
I think he will, too.
Right.
Guilty, though. Guilty is sin.
Guilty is sin, that's right.
All right, you can feel better, Howard.
Thanks, dude.
Take care.
It was interesting. I heard one of the commentators say, he could have been making some points to jurors who want to lean that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Even though it had no basis in fact.
Yeah, no proof. I don't care if he said the word nigger every day. There's no proof he put a glove somewhere that didn't belong, and he didn't take O.J.'s blood and put it at the scene of the crime or take the blood and put it in his house.
Yeah, that's a little far-fetched. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Want to hear a newscast out of Cleveland about what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Check this out.
Cleveland's cutthroat radio wars got even bloodier today. A second staffer of WMMS Radio has been indicted for knocking WNCX competitor Howard Stern off the air during a Cleveland visit last spring.
The I-Team's Carl Monday spent many years in Cleveland radio. He's in our 24-hour newsroom now. Carl, whoever said Cleveland radio isn't what it used to be sure wasn't kidding.
That's for sure, Robin. As publicity director for WMMS, it's Heidi Klosterman's job to put the station in a positive light, to generate goodwill and good ratings. But one media watcher says this business of sabotaging radio signals has done nothing but give Cleveland radio and the city itself a black eye.
Indicted our WMMS promotions director, Heidi Klosterman, also known as Heidi Kramer, seen here during a recent appearance on Good Day Cleveland, and former Buffalo radio pal Greg Smith. Both face charges of disrupting Howard Stern's nationwide broadcast from the Flats last June 10th.
You, as a member of the media, are certainly aware that you have your First Amendment rights, and you certainly would like to exercise those rights by broadcasting about particular things that you feel are important that the public should know. And if this isn't a clear case of censorship, I don't know what is.
Weintraub won't say how Klosterman and Smith are involved with sabotaging the event. 2 weeks before Stern's visit, Klosterman sent an internal staff memo calling for a strategy meeting that should include an MMS engineer. Former Buzzard engineer Bill Alford has already pleaded guilty to cutting the actual broadcast wires. To no one's surprise, Stern exploited the indictments today on his morning radio show.
It was great. The wires were cut, everyone was in on it, the police came. I mean, it was a great show.
You charged it.
It did. It was great because the chief engineer didn't even try to hide it. They caught him right there. Yeah. Everyone saw him do it.
John Lanigan competes with Stern on WMJI, co-owned by Omni America Broadcasting, who also owns MMS.
You two-faced moron. I'll tell you something, Howard. We kicked your little all the way back to New York with your scraggly hair where you belong. You'll be in 4th place by the time the next book comes out. You're in 3rd now, and you're falling every day. You're falling all over the country.
Klosterman also
That's the John Lanigan Howard impersonation.
What basement is he shouting?
I know that they do echo chamber on their show. Hey, Howard, you're falling every day. You're in 4th place. He always knows what place everyone's in. Little tiny troll, midget, commenting on my appearance. He's got a partner who has a slit across his face. Looks like he went through a plate glass window. And this guy Lanigan, he had a TV show. He was hosting kiddie movies until he started doing the Howard Stern impression. You're going to die, jackass. You die. You can twist and turn all you want, Lanigan. You one-eyed cyclops, glass-eyed rat bastard. You can twist in the wind. You hear him yelling?
Yeah.
Through his echo chamber? Hey, Howard! Hey, Howard! They all want to be Howard. All of them. All the wannabes who want to be Howard.
Yeah, he knows he wouldn't have ever mentioned another radio station until you showed him it could be done.
Yeah, he was a real innovator. The John Lanigan Show. Another Howard Stern wannabe. Little tiny short man. All jealous of my height. If I met him, man, he would, you know what? He'd pee his pants in my presence. He'd start to kiss my feet. I gave him a career. Gave him a life.
Gave him a wife.
Gave him a wife. He actually, this one-eyed troll actually got a wife off the radio, who evidently was working at a Playboy club or something.
Yeah,
wasn't that
was, either a Playmate or Bunny or something?
Yeah, Bunny. And take a look at that troll. You tell me if he could have gotten some Bunny. You little punk ass. You are jealous. I walk into a room and take it over. No one even notices you when you walk into a room, you little freak. And now your company's going down. You're going down, and your company's going down. All you stupid turds. We're going to teach Howard a lesson. So teach me the lesson, little man. Come down here, man. I'll beat your ass. I invite you to come down here, man. I'll kick your ass. Come into my studio, and I'll beat your ass. How's that? You little turd. You tiny little man. You troll. The stupid little troll. Little tiny guy with his little suit. I'm hosting his afternoon kiddie movie. Spinning that wheel. What was he doing on that thing? He had a little tiny suit on.
Dialing for dollars kind of things where you spin a wheel and try to have people guess.
Yeah.
something.
Must get his suits in the little boys department. Little tiny guy with a little beer belly.
Yeah, there's the suits that come with the 2 different pairs of pants.
Yeah, all hairy. Just a disgusting, despicable little troll doing his Howard Stern impersonation in Cleveland with the echo chamber. That's a new one. At least he uses the echo chamber. Ugh. What a stupid little vomit. Yeah, needless to say, dude, you're such a tough little man. Why don't you come down here? Challenge me to a fight. I'll let you throw the first punch. You little putz. You pussy. What a pussy. I tell you that I know why they use the echo on his show. It makes him sound 4 feet tall. Little tiny turd. Completely overlooked his entire life. Now he's got his radio show with his echo chamber. Hey, Howard, I'm going to beat your ass. Look how they're all twisting in the wind in Cleveland. They're all going down. The prosecutor's taking you all down. The whole company. One by one. And you can twist in the wind all you want.
His charges are receiving stolen property, lifting $5,000 worth of Scene magazines, sporting Stern on the cover.
The spirit of fun isn't there. I mean, the competition is there. It's more guerrilla-type tactics. And when they did that with our papers, that was the first thing that I went to Omni-America with. And I said, this isn't the 1970s anymore that you can do something like this. It's the 90s, and you can't pull a lot of the guerrilla tactics that you used to be able to do.
Late this afternoon, Omni released a prepared statement saying Klosterman and Smith did not commit the improprieties and are innocent of the alleged charges.
How do they know?
Now, both Klosterman and Smith were believed to be out of town today and couldn't be reached for comment. Prosecutor Weintraub says a grand jury did not hear testimony regarding any other radio station employees. But that doesn't mean that the investigation into this embarrassing chapter in Cleveland radio is over. Marty and Robin?
Thank you, Carl, very much.
Boy, that guy's got a deep voice.
Remember Howard...
There's a ton of reports.
Yeah.
Because more indictments are coming down. Omni-America. Omni-America is busy scrambling. They're trying to make WMMS a radio station unto its own and say that MMS has nothing to do with all the other radio stations.
Right. They own a bunch of radio stations, but MMS is owned by somebody else.
Watch these guys fall. Watch them tumble. Because the FCC says if you cut somebody's wires and management is involved, we have to take away all your radio stations. Oh, boy. Hoofa. That's about $1 billion down the drain. $1 billion. Love that FCC, boys.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, man. Go for it. That's our team. Stupid dick. You hear that guy yelling about me? Lanigan. All my little impersonators. Every time we go to a new market, all the impersonators come out of the woodwork.
And they scream. They squeal. It's like roaches when the lights put on.
Yeah, they squeal like little pigs. All these guys were doing nothing until I went into radio. And they had a pretty good deal, just stealing all my material. Except that guy kind of ruined my material by putting an echo chamber on it. I don't know what that's all about. Hey, everybody. Howard Stern, I don't like him. He's going to be number 4. He's going to be number 4. I'll take number 4. That's fine with me, pal. I love it. I can't wait to see that whole company go down. Omni-America. Little tiny turd. Another Howard Stern wannabe.
Yeah, if they were so great, why were they so scared when we came to town?
Yeah, if you're so good, why didn't you...
Just go on and do what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cutting wires, buying helicopters.
It's too bad, isn't it?
Stealing newspapers. Amazing.
Yep. Yeah, if I suck so bad, why are you busy doing it? Stupid ass. San Diego, you're on the air.
Dude, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Hey, you know what? If you keep getting sick, just stay home again, man. The hell with everybody.
Yeah, I know. I got this bizarre work ethic. I think it's from my father. I must have 103 fever. I'm telling you.
Let's go get a thermometer, because I'll tell you he ain't that sick.
I got to have 103. Hey,
get a thermometer.
Gary, get a thermometer. I want to take my temperature. You want to do it rectally again, Robin, or
Look,
that felt pretty good.
I don't think we need to do
You don't even want to smell me if I pull down my pants. I was sweating in bed all night, and then I just said, I'm not going to take a shower.
And you're wearing those same clothes?
Yeah. I changed my underpants this morning. I got up, and I
Were you wet?
I was dripping wet.
Ugh.
And I sat down on the toilet, because when I urinate, I sit down like a girl, because I'm too tired to stand up. And I always miss anyway the bowl if I stand up because I'm so small that I can't get a good grip on things. Do you know that? I'm so tiny that I can't even get a good grip.
Stop it.
I swear. So I always end up hitting the floor. I have no control. I'm like a woman when I stand up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, if you keep getting sick, just have those guys do best of. It's pretty funny to hear Gary in the morning.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
I had to hit the delay on you.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you can't say that word.
Hey, a few weeks back when Ralph lost that bet, he dressed up like a woman, and you guys talked about everyone else doing that.
Yeah, I know, we got to do it. We just haven't figured out, like, how to do it. Like, we'd have to get dressed up as women.
Everybody would have to get into makeup.
Yeah, and it would we'd have to come in 2 o'clock in the morning and get all made up and everything.
You remember right when the E-show first started and you guys just got the cameras in, you talked about, like, doing a dress-up day, like, once a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And they never
Obviously, we were too lazy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these cool ideas, except the idea of actually getting dressed this time in the morning sounds like really too much work.
I know. Well, maybe, like, a lot of goofy masks, like the OJ thing, or little stuff that wouldn't be so hard to do, but you could kind of, you know, move around a little bit.
Like, I have a lot of cool ideas that I never get to. Like, I want to go up to Harlem and get an all-black audience like Ricky Lake has.
Yeah.
And get a guest in here and have him yell and stuff like that. But, like, that actually means we have to pull it together, you know.
Right,
so.
you got to get there.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are playing the tapes from Cleveland right now.
Yeah.
Another thing, when the show first started, you guys did a taping with the channel out there at the event, and they never showed like a special. Didn't you mention something about showing the Cleveland funeral on the E-show?
I don't think we were doing the E-show back then.
I could have sworn that you mentioned that the cameras were there.
They were there.
It was like a couple weeks before you guys had gone on.
Yeah, we videotaped it, but yeah, maybe I'll do a special or something.
That'd really be cool.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to watch, actually. I've seen some of the tape. It's pretty funny seeing us in our military uniforms entertaining all of Cleveland. All right, I'll see, man.
So how's it going out there in Arizona anyway?
I don't know. I hear the buzz is pretty good, that a lot of people are, you know, sort of talking about the show, but you can't tell, you know. You never know.
You know, that area sounds pretty lame, I have to admit. You know, remember that movie Vanishing Point?
No.
I think that guy Cleavon Little was a DJ, and he was like a blind guy, and he was helping this convict get away from, like, highway patrolmen.
I can't take that guy. He's going to explain the whole damn movie to me.
He's going to tell us the whole thing. We don't know that movie.
Yeah, I just said I don't know it. I'm not a big Cleavon Little Film Festival man.
Well, there won't be any more. It's time to catch up.
The only reason I let that guy go on so long is because I'm sick. And I was figuring let him do the show. Anybody who's got the gift of gab, whether they're interesting or not. I think he could have gone till 10 o'clock.
He would have told us the whole movie.
Yeah.
The movie lasts 2 hours.
Yeah, he's like my kids. You know, little kids don't have an ability to just, you know, sort of do a synopsis of a movie. So if they go to a movie, they tell you everything about a movie.
In fact, they tell you everything about their life. If they tell you a story about the day in school, they tell you everything that happened.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And I go nuts. And I'm like, kids, you got to learn to paraphrase. That's the first thing in life.
Oh, dear.
Paraphrase.
You're going to give your kids a complex,
Yeah, I'm like, kids, synopsis. People appreciate it. Synopsis.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Come on, give me quick information.
What's the highlight?
Yeah. Do a little editing, will you?
A parent is supposed to be practicing selective listening, huh?
Yeah, well. So anyway, I got up this morning and I just said, I don't know if I'm going to come in or not, but like I said, oh, my God, I've been sweating all night and I stink. So maybe I should get in the shower, but I had chills and stuff, so I didn't know whether to get in the shower or not.
Yeah.
So then I sat down to urinate, and then I caught a whiff of myself. Although I got to admit, I like it. I said, I wonder where that smell's coming from.
You even like your sweaty smell.
Yeah, so then I started smelling my underpants.
Underpants.
Do you guys ever smell your own underpants? Like, I do, man. I'm a weird dude. I'm sitting there snorting in my underpants. I'm going, oh, my God, this is so stinky, and I love it.
You don't mean holding him up.
Yeah, I mean holding him up to my face.
The only animal that... that's right, a monkey.
You guys have never done that.
Not as an adult.
Starts rubbing himself.
Not as an adult.
Smelling different areas. Haven't you seen the monkeys? They put their fingers under their arms, and then they put them under their noses. and they go between their legs and they put that under their noses. That's you.
Yeah, I do that. I like that smell.
You're a throwback.
I was busy smelling my underwear. I said, maybe I ought to change my underwear, but I'm too tired to change my underwear. I didn't have to
change your underwear.
Yeah, I did.
But you kept on the same wet clothes. That's stupid.
No. I changed my clothes.
Oh, okay. Because if you got a chill, you don't want to go out in wet clothing.
No, I changed my clothes.
How close did you put your underwear?
Like right next to my nose.
Oh, he probably laid him on his face.
Yeah. No, what I do, I was sitting there, so then I bend over, and I start smelling my underpants. Like this.
And you pull them up because they're
pull them up.
your legs.
Right. Don't tell me you guys have never done that.
No.
Not recently.
Liars.
No. Where?
I don't believe it.
I can tell by looking at them whether or not they smell.
You don't need to get that close.
You don't like your own smell?
A fart, sure.
Oh. So what's the difference? This is even more intense. This is the next level. I'm busy smelling myself.
You graduated the advanced course.
I don't know. Is that an extreme act of self-love?
That's wrong is what it is.
You think that's self-love?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide.
Yeah, I think that's self-love.
Yeah.
But you run around saying you have such a low self-esteem.
I obviously don't. I'm busy smelling
you're really
myself.
Narcissistic. You love everything.
I know.
Everything you do.
I wonder if Mark Fuhrman does that. All right, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
7:07 at The Eagle. This is Brad Baxter. It's 7:14 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. It's The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Thanks. Who's that? That's Cranberries. Hey, there's a lot of good new music out. That's all I have to say. I'm like Larry King today. Just put 3 dots after whatever I say.
Before and after.
There's a lot of good music out today. ... Don't back it up with anything. Hey, Gary wants to tell us about the Sue Simmons contest. We all have $40 in the pot. How much money is there for the winner?
There's like 7 of us times 40. I think it's like $280.
Wow. That's a nice little pot.
Yeah.
Our local anchorwoman, Sue Simmons, makes mistakes. Actually, I got to, something, this has actually proven to me that she doesn't make that many mistakes anymore.
Well, you waited long enough.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
Oh.
See, I knew she'd crack from the pressure.
She cracked big time.
Really?
I'm almost sure that once again we don't have a winner just going the other way.
Really?
I think the highest count we had was 7. And I can tell you,
beat that?
I can tell you that Sue last night had a moment that was like a Greg Louganis dive.
Yeah.
It was like 7.8 degree of difficulty. I don't know how she did it.
What was the word?
1 story, 4 mistakes.
Wow. What was the words that...
I don't have my notes with me.
Asphyxiate?
No,
word.
easy word.
Asphyxiate is her enemy. See, I knew she'd crack. I knew she knew about our contest to see how many mistakes she'd make. And I knew she was really practicing and preparing.
And you know what it is? See, it's later in the week.
Yes.
Well, wait a second. Plus, we cut her the break. I have some notes here, but we cut her the break of not taking the stuff that she made that she flubbed in conversational.
Right.
This one story, she missed the word hospital, victims, the name Elkinson, which is the name of the story, and the word has.
All right, let's go through it and count, and let's see if anyone won the money.
I don't have the tape ready yet. I was just getting you ready.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that, that there's a lot going on.
A preview.
A preview.
It's going to take, Scott, 45 minutes to pull all these.
Really?
So this is just newscast mistakes.
Well, don't give us the final amount.
Right. It's a lot.
All right.
Wow.
Because we exempted her in the interview portion.
Yeah, I know. This is a lot of... If you have an anchor person who can't seem to read the teleprompter, you should do this, too.
Yeah.
Make bets with your friends. It's one of the best bets in the whole world.
She was acting weird last night.
Was she?
In general.
What's her problem?
I don't know. I mean, even some of the words, Ganji and I were like, she sounded sort of slurry and stuff. I guess she was just tired last night.
I don't know. Someone told me that on the 11 o'clock, she really makes a lot of mistakes.
It's late.
Yeah, like she's completely wasted.
I always think that it's a time thing with Sue.
Yeah.
I said earlier in the week she wouldn't have so many mistakes, and then we'd build up to a big show.
There you go. You were right again.
The fun must start on Fridays at 11 then. Late in the week, last cast.
Yeah, trying to get out the door.
Get one word out.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. When's that going to be ready?
About half an hour.
I heard Al Roker was real goofy. Al Roker, Al Sharpton is like... a radical black guy, a fat radical black guy.
Well, now he calls himself a politician.
Whatever. And Al Roker is a fat, like, nice guy. He's like the complete opposite.
He's a jolly fat man.
Yeah, it's Goofus and Gallant. Because Al Roker yesterday, he had a plunger on his head. Did you? What the hell was that on his head?
He was at some sort of clown thing that was going down at the ice skating rink. So the clown put the plunger on his head, spun a plate on it.
See, now you think a clown would have the balls to put a plunger on Al Sharpton's head or any black guy? The only black guy in the world you can put a plunger on his head is Al Roker. He's our jolly, fat, great black weatherman. He's so nice.
I don't see somebody spinning plates on Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah, right. So they were spinning plates on his head?
Yeah, they put the plunger on. Because
I tuned in, I saw a plunger on Al Roker's head.
And they spun a plate on it, and then Al ate a big
thing of cotton candy. They give Al stuff to eat, and the guy's exploding.
It's ridiculous now, because all they do is stuff Al on that show.
But I like that.
They send him to places where there's food, and then he's supposed to just eat nonstop.
Well, the summer's the best because Al spends every day at some street fair.
Yeah, eating.
You know, give me a big bowl of chili. They show his plate and big
And you know what it is?
Food.
Everybody else there is watching their weight because they want to look good, so they have to give Al Roker all the bad food assignments.
Yeah, but at one point, they tried to put Al on a diet.
Yeah.
That lasted all of 2 weeks.
Yeah, they had him on like OptiFast or something.
And Al couldn't take a day without food.
I can't wait until he learns how to balance a ball on his nose like a seal. Al Roker with you. But I love him because, makes you feel like maybe there could be racial harmony in the world.
Well, he went to school with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, did he?
That's his big
I didn't know that.
claim to fame, that they were students together.
Were they friends?
I have no idea if they knew each other, but now it's like an association they have.
Oh, I see.
Al went to Massapequa High?
Yeah,
he was the black guy that went there?
Oh, yeah, the one black guy. All I know is Al Roker gets a lot of women. He's been married a couple of times.
You don't know if he gets a lot of women. He grabs one and marries them. That's all you know.
I don't know. For such a big fat guy. And he is really hard to look at, Al. He is fat.
As hard as Chris Darden.
Right. Just as hard. He's tough on the eyes.
But then Al must be a sex symbol, too.
Yeah, he is. All right, I got some mail here that I wanted to go through with you. Also, after we get the Sue Simmons tape and we play that, also coming up, Kenneth Keith Kallenbach is in a porno movie. And I saw it.
It is porno.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
It is definitely... There's no socially redeeming value in that movie.
It's the most disgusting thing, watching Kenneth Keith Kallenbach make love to a woman.
And the worst was we had the outtakes.
I know, and we're bringing, and the woman couldn't even get excited.
Oh, it was horrible.
She had to keep, did you see it, Jackie?
No, what's the girl look like?
Well, she's coming in, too.
Well, she was kind of cute, wouldn't you say?
She was kind of cute, yeah, and it was, real sad. You could tell she was totally repulsed by him.
And every time he wanted to try something, she was like, ugh, no.
Yeah.
They don't make actresses that good.
Yeah.
And she was like, and he goes, should I call you a filthy bitch again? Because they were we saw the whole thing, them even shooting. And she says, I don't think so. She was, yelling at him and stuff.
Is it horrible?
It's awful.
I would love to see it cut together, what they actually left in.
And you know that shot where you see it from the guy's point of view, you see Kenneth Keith's butt, and you see all his stuff hanging, and he's doing her? Yeah. You should see that. It's unbelievable. It's really gross.
I missed it.
Because he's hideous. I don't know where you were. I was watching. I watched the whole thing.
Little skinny butt.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And he's doing her. And I don't know, man. She can't even get excited. It took him a half hour to get it going. And
this is a produced porno? Like somebody hired him the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's somebody yelling instructions off camera.
So he's coming in, and also he's evidently available for other porno movies.
So this is his job now. He's going to be a porn star?
Yeah. Wait till you see this.
Yeah.
Poor elephant boy has to leave out of a plane.
Yeah. Wait till you see this. This is unbelievable.
Did he get paid for this? They should.
Yeah.
He should have paid them.
I know.
What do you think he got paid?
We're going to find out when he comes in. That's a good question. What is it, Baba Booey?
I will tell you, he didn't get paid a lot of money.
He didn't?
Do you want to know what it was?
Yeah.
I think it was $500.
Oh.
And then the guy, and you know what the guy told me from the porno company?
What?
I said, gee, that girl didn't look like she was really into it. He said, I swear to God, I had to pay her extra.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I guess.
So she was not getting even excited.
Oh. It looked really...
It looked painful, the sex. It looked like she was oh, my God, I'm completely dried up.
She looked as if she thought This is the end of my career.
Yeah.
I know I've gone and hit rock bottom.
Yeah, I think she would have rather had sex with a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough for your self-image. You're in a porno film, but with him.
Yeah.
Man.
He was like
hitting rock bottom.
It's like bestiality. Because I know at one point they were like doing it.
Yeah.
And she was not. She couldn't even make those good, porno movie faces.
Right.
She was like looking at the wall and sort of grimacing. And
I remember that. Yeah, she was like she wanted to be somewhere else.
Exactly.
So she wasn't even looking at him. She wasn't relating to him at all.
And then they tried a weird position, and Kenneth, because she wasn't excited, Kenneth couldn't do anything.
Oh.
Hold on.
But then
and he's not even, he's hung like kind of tiny. It's really funny.
Slightly under medium at best.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But then
even I'm doing better than him.
He must have seen a lot of porno movies because he started talking dirty to her, and she started getting irritated.
Yeah, I told Robin that.
Does he say goofy?
Yeah, well, no, he says they must have explained to him to call her a bitch and say, "Give me more, you filthy bitch." So he goes, "Give me more, you filthy bitch," and then. I don't know, at some point they take a break and they're having no trouble.
They're having this discussion about what to do next.
So Kenneth turns to her and goes, "Should I keep calling you a filthy bitch?" And she goes, "I don't think so." They should release the whole raw
You
tape.
watched that whole thing. I walked out because
I
it
saw
was
it.
the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
I watched it all.
I shut it off after we actually had a look at Kenneth Keith's ass.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. What time's he coming in?
Any second.
Oh, good. With the girl.
Yeah.
Looking at
But
Kenneth.
he doesn't know she's coming.
Oh, you're kidding.
I want to keep them separate.
Oh, I'd like to hear what he
I
says.
want the reunion to be on the air.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I wonder what he says, went on. Was she, if you ask him, was she excited? Did she really get into it? I'd like to hear what he had.
Yeah, for those of you just tuning in or you're new to our show, this guy, Kenneth Keith, is like a retard.
Beavis.
Yeah, he's Beavis. He's Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait till you hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he can say is, yeah. He's as close to a retard as he can be.
And you'll be walking around.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that the reason why he had to come in today and not tomorrow he flies to Hollywood to do another production.
Right. He's doing another porno.
That's right.
He's got more work?
Yeah.
Different company.
Right.
But apparently he's been sending out letters to all the companies, I'm available for work.
Yeah, for porno.
Don't you have to have some certain amount of ability to get these jobs? I mean, either a nice torso, a nice proboscis there, or...
Well, he knows us, so...
Oh. Because he was just awful.
Some porno guy figures we'll talk about it a lot if they put him in a porno, but quite frankly, I'm not even going to do... This is going to be the one time I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah.
Here's Howard.
Yeah. Kenneth Keith's here. If you want to talk to him. And then we can do the Simmons contest. Want to talk to him?
Yeah.
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 And speaking of assorted kooks from the show Big Black, up close and personal tonight on the E! Show. Big Blackie. Remember
what
Big
did we
Black?
learn about him tonight?
Well, it's how he wins your affections, remember? Remember he shakes his ass?
Oh, boy.
Then he does those groovy dance moves?
He's a pretty funny-looking guy.
Yeah. Watch and see tonight on the E! Show. Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe, congratulations on your wild comedy CD and cassette. I understand it's gone gold. Only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. That's right.
Painted it himself.
Showclan special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Tomorrow night, two big St. Patty's Day shows at Chuckles and Mineola on Long Island. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. So, Gary, what's the plan? We're going to bring in Kenneth first alone?
Yeah, because the other person's not even here yet.
Oh, she's not? Well, maybe we should wait for her.
Okay, I thought you wanted him now. I thought you'd called for him.
Yeah, I did. I thought they were here, but...
Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah.
Let me just look at him.
The porn star.
If you look at him, you're going to want him in. Oh, no.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, what's up?
What are you doing?
How you doing, man? Come on in. What? I can't hear you. What?
I said, check out the Kenneth Keith Callenbach dolls.
Oh, wow. Well, those are nice. You made some Kenneth Keith Callenbach dolls?
Yeah.
Dude, what's your story? How'd you get into porno? What happened? Somebody heard you on our show and said, would you want to be in a porno?
Yeah, some magazine called me out and said, hey, you want to be in a porno? No, they said, you want to pose for our magazine? And I said, F that. I'm not posing for your magazine. I said, let me do some movies.
Really?
Oh, you suggested it.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted me to, like, pose for magazine. I'm not posing for the magazine.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you pose for a magazine?
Because they were like, you don't get to touch the girls. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't tell Kenneth Keith Callenbeck he can't touch the girls.
All I know is I saw your porno, and that girl was totally repulsed by you, dude.
I know.
She didn't even they had to pay her extra. Did you know that? Just to have sex with you.
No, what?
Yeah.
She didn't get hot for you, Kenneth Keith. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I don't know, but after it was over, I was like, hey, can I have your phone number to keep in contact? And she was like, nah.
And did they? I heard they only paid you like $500.
Yeah, they paid me $500, but right after the show, I'm hopping on a plane and flying to Hollywood and doing a bigger movie for Snatch Productions. They're going to give me like...
Is that right? Snatch?
2,000 they're going to give me.
Oh, no kidding.
The price is going up even as we speak.
Better looking girls and stuff?
Yeah.
Better actresses.
And, yeah, it's going to be called...
Wow. Good for you.
All right.
Idiot. What's the matter with you? That's going to be like haunting you the rest of your life. Did you talk to your parents about it?
Nah.
Do they even know?
Do they know you did a porno?
Nah.
No? Who cares? You don't even care what your parents think.
Well, I mean...
Like, what about your family and stuff?
It was a career move.
Right.
Well, what happened to your girlfriend? How does she feel about it?
Well, we kind of broke up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so I told her that I was going to do that, so she got mad. So.
That broke you up?
Nah, that didn't.
But maybe the most hideous shot is when you're naked and you're, like, they're shooting you from behind and you can see everything hanging. And
Do
like,
you know anything about grooming?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Man, ooh, nasty. You got a nasty look and everything. You know what it is? It's like watching a repulsive guy have sex.
I never thought sex was so dirty until I watched Kenneth Keith have it.
Because, one time, my wife and I took pictures of each other naked.
Yeah.
This was like a long time ago. Like I said, hey, maybe we ought to take some pictures because we got one of those Kodak cameras. It's
Polaroid.
Polaroids, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I thought I was looking pretty good, too, because I'd lost some weight and everything. And then my wife took some pictures of me. And, oh, my God, I don't know how anybody makes love to me. You should see all hair on my butt and everything. And
it's really an art to be nude.
Oh, my God, it's
not
hideous.
Not everybody can do it.
I can't believe what that poor woman has to look at.
She's not looking.
Yeah, and then I took some pictures of my wife, and she didn't photograph all that well either. It looked pretty bad. Because, you have any little bit of a gut or anything, man, it's going to show up.
Blown up.
So seeing Kenneth, it's like a freak show. It's like watching a retarded person having sex.
Yeah, it really seemed more dirty than I had ever seen sex be before.
And the girl was, flipping out. The girl was, yelling at him and stuff and saying, I don't want you calling me a bitch.
After a while, I started to wonder where the gun was.
Yeah.
To keep her there.
You should have had a gun right to her head. So what happens? You walk in the room, and then, when you went to get the part, did they have to audition you or something?
Nah, the dude just said, come on over.
Come on over, and y'all have a girl there for you?
Yeah, and, I went and got an AIDS test and made sure they had an AIDS test. I brought my AIDS test with me to show you.
Oh, and she had to have an AIDS test, too? Oh, I see. That's cool.
Yeah. First test Kenneth Keith ever passed.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I passed that one.
Let's see. This result indicates that antibodies to HIV have not been found in this patient's specimen.
Oh.
This result does not preclude previous exposure or infection to HIV. So you get an HIV test. The guy, is the girl here?
No. But
I want to meet the girl.
You always wonder how people get themselves into trouble. As a perfect example, apparently Kenneth wanted to check to see if the girl had an AIDS test, and the guy just said, well, they're all professionals, and that was enough for Kenneth, apparently.
Oh, she didn't get an AIDS test.
I said I wanted to see it, and the dude was like, we got it.
Oh, really?
So you didn't see anything?
Filed in the office.
Yeah, because you didn't use a rubber or anything. I was watching that thing.
But it was only a couple minutes that I actually did.
Oh, then you'd be fine.
Oh, how long does it take before the AIDS can get you, Howard?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. You were only there for a couple of minutes? I don't know. It seemed like a lot more than a couple of minutes from what I was looking at.
Yeah, what we watched was more than a couple
Yeah. In fact, you were having a lot of trouble.
I think they edited it like that. I don't know.
We only did it a couple of
minutes. So you're not worried about the AIDS because you only did it a couple of minutes,
the
right?
bullet only went through my head for a second.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all. So what? So you said to the guy, demand to see an AIDS test, and he goes, look, man.
Yeah, I got a $500 actor here pulling.
Right. He is Beavis and Butthead. He's like, okay.
It's on file. Okay.
All right. Oh, so the guy told you it was on file?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you get in the room, and, like, had you seen the girl yet?
Not before I got there, no.
And
Were you ever afraid that you wouldn't be able to perform with people watching you?
No, that was never a question.
Right. He's happy to be performing anywhere.
He'll perform. He doesn't care how big the audience.
Because it was weird. Like, all of a sudden, like, Kenneth, like, there's no real sort of story in this porno. Kenneth just sits down on the couch, and this chick starts making out with him.
Uh-huh.
And they're kissing, which is really gross.
Oh, I didn't even see that part.
Yeah, right? You were kissing her on the couch, and then she, like, you guys undress.
Well,
am I right?
Yeah, but as soon as I came in, she pulled out this joint. She's like, "Come on, let's get high." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't smoke."
You don't?
No.
Really?
Of course not.
Does he look like a guy who takes drugs?
Absolutely he does.
Nah, totally not, man.
Wait a second. So you got in there, and, like, she wanted to get high because, well, she looked at you, and she said, I better be high.
Nah, I think she had a plan before.
So was she grossed out by you right away? Did she try to get out of it? Because I understand that she was flipping out and had to be paid extra money.
Didn't they tell her who was coming?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yes, she almost left because she said that she wanted to hear music during it.
Oh, really?
And the dude wouldn't play music because he said he, couldn't put that in it.
Right.
So she was like, get ready to leave.
And what happened when she saw you? Was she like, I don't want to make love to this guy?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Retard. I got to take a break. Maybe the girl will show up by the time we get back.
Can you imagine walking into a room now? You've decided you're going to make a porno film.
Yeah.
And you walk into a room and that's sitting on the couch.
I know. I mean, because she's probably expecting some hot, like, beefy guy.
Yeah, she wants to have fun.
And she doesn't realize that the porno company's just going to take this retard who appears on our show every once in a while.
And put him in it.
Yeah.
And Kenneth, has anybody ever taught you anything about sex?
Yeah. What's there to know?
Yeah.
Oh, it showed that you needed a lot of lessons in this movie. I don't think this girl was having a problem because you were doing all the right stuff.
So when you walk in, like, did you check her out? Like, was she wearing some sexy clothes? Was she wearing, like, a miniskirt and stuff?
Miniskirt? Just some kind of pants or T-shirt, and then I guess she changed or whatever.
Were you attracted to her?
Well, I don't know.
You were, right?
Come on,
not
Kenneth.
really. She's all right.
Yeah. See, this wasn't your idea to do a porno. I mean, they contacted you. And the guy had heard you on the show, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It was all about this show.
Were you enjoying yourself during that sex? Because it didn't look like you were really having that good a time. I mean, it looked like she was yelling at you and stuff.
It wasn't that great.
Right, okay. All right, I'm gonna take a break and hope that the girl shows up next. I got to talk to her about this.
Yeah, and maybe we could help her redirect her life.
Yeah. She might have had a revelation after having sex with him. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1, The Eagle.
7:42 at The Eagle. This is Brad Backstreet.
All right.
We're back with The Howard Stern Show.
I don't think Thank you. I don't think the girl who had sex with Kenneth in the porno movie is coming in. She backed out.
You're right.
Yeah.
She doesn't ever want to see Kenneth again.
Yeah. You see those stupid dolls Kenneth made? Like those.
He made those himself?
Yeah, he says, I'm thinking of selling them for like $30 a piece. They cost me $15.
Yeah, I was
But
going to...
they look stupid. Can't even see what they are.
That?
Who wants that?
$30. Send it to 1004 Pine Street, Philadelphia, PA.
And you get one of those?
Yeah, send a check.
What the heck are they made of?
Piece of garbage.
It's cool, man.
Do you still have your regular job, or are you just going to go into this porno thing full time?
Well, I still got that.
Yeah, you better
do?
not let that go. That's security.
So when are you flying to Hollywood?
Tonight.
Tonight? And you're going to be in another porno movie. And the guy's going to give you $2,000.
Yeah, Snatch Productions.
Really? And how did this guy hear about you being in the porno? Is that the letter you sent out?
Yeah.
What did this letter say?
Yeah, what did the letter say? I hope my name wasn't involved.
I just said I was from the show.
I guess my name was involved.
Well, how else would I get the part?
Right.
Boy.
So what did the guy say to you when he called you? He says, I'm interested in having you in the porno movie. Are you going to have any lines or anything, or you don't know?
I don't know yet.
Because this other porno you did, I said...
Is there dialogue? Is there anything in that movie?
Well, this other porno that he did, the one that I saw that's coming out, it appears that one guy shot the camera. In other words, it was one camera. It was like a home video camera. Yeah. And it was Kenneth and this girl on the couch having sex.
Yeah, because it didn't look at all like a movie.
No. It looked like a guy...
home video.
Yeah, it looked like a guy with a home video.
It was a home video.
How many cameras were in the room?
Just one guy, one camera.
That one guy who hired you?
Yeah, originally he was going to fly me to Florida and give me, like, more money, but then he kept pushing it back. So,
right.
And then he just said, well, let's do this now.
Right.
So when is this movie coming out?
I don't know. I don't even have a copy. I haven't even seen it.
You haven't seen the movie?
Nah.
Right. Yeah, we've seen it.
What's it called, Howard?
What is it called?
East Coast Sluts #1.
Oh, East Coast Sluts #1. Okay.
Do all these porno movies have to have a number?
Yeah, a lot of them have a number. I get a lot of pornos. East Coast Sluts #1. Well, you'd have to be a slut to have sex with Kenneth Keith.
Well, you know what? After I was talking to Kenneth Keith for a moment, I said, I know the perfect porno plot for him. You know, like the horny mailman.
Yeah. Well, that's what this was, except he didn't have a mailman costume on.
Yeah, see, they should have him running around with a bag on his back.
No, I think they should have him at Creedmoor in a straitjacket, and the nurse comes in and so horny and everything, and she's like,
she can't help herself.
And she's staring at a dog, and she's staring at Kenneth Keith, and she goes, I guess he's better than a dog. And then she hops on top of him.
Takes a handful of pills first.
Right. Yeah, she takes tons of drugs. Because Kenneth, this girl, I'm telling you, I saw all the outtakes and everything. This girl couldn't even get excited over him.
So repulsed.
And then Kenneth tells me, tell Robin about what happened when you, after the movie was done, you asked the girl for a date or something?
I said, hey, can I get your phone number just to keep in contact? And she was like, no.
You did like her, you lied.
No, I didn't like her. I just figured, hey, I should have her phone number on record in case I ever need to contact her.
All right. And contact.
He's networking.
Well, what'd you say to her? Did you say, like, hey, let's go back to my room or something?
Nah.
That's what you said. You said to her, hey, baby, you want to keep having some more sex?
Oh, yeah, I said that.
You did?
Did Kenneth do what they call the money shot?
Oh, yeah. Did you do the money shot at the end?
I don't know what a money shot
Did you have an orgasm at the end?
Yeah, but the first one they didn't get on camera.
Oh, really?
They missed
it. Well, it was one guy with his home video camera.
How do you miss that?
How do you miss that? Did you warn him that it was going to happen?
No, I didn't warn him.
You didn't warn him. You're supposed to warn him that it was going to happen.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do?
I don't want the money shot from him. I don't want the money shot, period, especially from him.
Well, if you're going to be disgusted, you might as well be disgusted all the way.
They should use special effects. It's like had some green goo or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was low budget.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. You're officially in the porno industry.
You've always wanted to be in show business.
Yeah, so now you actually have a career in film.
Yeah, and I also got working on a record deal. Somebody's typing up a contract for me.
Oh, yeah?
Ivory Productions.
What's this going to be?
Raging Records. David Ivory's typing up a contract for me right now.
All right. And what is this going to be, like phony phone calls or something? Like the Jerky Boys? Are you going to do music?
Comedy rock.
Oh, comedy rock? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll be back to debut your album here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the girl got naked, it must have been pretty exciting because you don't get a lot of girls, and she was kind of cute. She was kind of good looking. Oh, come on, dude! Don't try to act like
a... Come on, you used to have fat girls on.
It wasn't too long ago that you were just getting fat girls.
I have a lot of hot, attractive girls.
Oh, you're a liar. Now you're lying. You told me you couldn't even get anything but fat girls every once in a while until that last girlfriend. Yeah, liar.
Right. What? I was joking around.
Yeah, right.
Look at me. I'm not that ugly.
Oh, come on, dude. You're strange looking. You're like a rickety young man.
The girl you were engaged to was the first girl you had in years.
Yeah. You used to go to parties and just get fat girls.
Most time you didn't even get fat girls. Most time people just threw things.
Yeah, I mean, you must have been pretty excited getting on with a pretty good-looking girl.
It was all right.
Yeah, oh, you're such a liar.
Yeah, now he's going to be a big porn.
Oh, now you're a big deal.
Nah,
you get a lot of good-looking girls. Where do you get good-looking girls? You told me you went to parties and stuff, and the only thing that you could ever get on occasion was fat chicks.
Because they can't run away.
Right. Yeah. Tell the truth.
I was joking around about it.
Oh, you get good-looking girls. Why don't you bring in a bunch of the girls that you used to have sex with?
They don't come in.
They won't come in.
Nah, they're all got different boyfriends now.
Yeah, all right. He is such a liar.
I know. He used to tell us the truth.
You go to parties and you would get fat girls, and the fat girls were really repulsive. Oh, you tell me you lied.
Oh, a couple times I guess I had, some ugly girls.
All right.
Yeah, but how long was it between having sex and when you found that girl who was living with you for a while?
Yeah.
It was long, I guess, probably 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. You hadn't had sex for 3 years before you had that girlfriend.
Yeah, you could say that.
Right. Okay. So now that you're in the porno industry and these guys are hooking you up with good-looking girls, it's got to be pretty exciting.
It's all right. I've never been to Hollywood before, so I want to get out there.
Right.
Yeah, and so you're all excited about... Did they ever tell you that you don't have the right equipment for this job?
Yeah, did you notice how small you were?
I'm Big Johnson.
No, you don't. You don't.
What?
You don't, man. I saw the tape, man. It's tiny. It's smaller than mine, and I'm really small.
Well, I tell them it's big.
Yeah, well. Yeah, you better get some 3D specs for that movie.
Yeah, you're a good liar.
What is it, Gary?
I would not go around bragging.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you don't have much.
I know. I'm just joking. I know. It's small.
But they don't tell you that you gotta... You're wrong, man. You don't have what it takes.
Yeah. You should have seen this one scene where Kenneth Keith can't even make the connection.
Yeah. He can't get into that position.
Right.
Yeah, because
when the girl's bent over the couch? Dude, you don't even... I don't know what's going on there.
In fact, we didn't know where you were going.
I like the part where Kenneth looks like he's mountain climbing. He's on the couch and his feet are like a dog.
Yeah, and she's like and she can't even get excited.
She doesn't even know that Kenneth is there in that one scene though where she had her back to him.
I know.
She didn't know he was there.
No.
Couldn't span the
No.
So what do you think? Was it a good move?
What, doing porno?
Yeah.
For you? Yeah.
Yeah. Any move is a good move.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the fact that you made a move is good.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
I don't think you can ruin your reputation.
Yeah, and you don't have the kind of job that I think will care that you're in porno movies now. What do? You deliver mail, right? You're like a messenger or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah, they're not going to throw you out.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll sell more records because of it.
Right. There you go. All right. Anyway, I want to thank Kenneth Keith Kallenbach for coming in. All right. Congratulations on your porno movie.
Yeah.
When will that be in the stores?
I don't know.
He's not a businessman, Howard. He's an artist.
All right.
Whenever it's there.
And you're going to Hollywood tonight? Did they send you a ticket?
No, I'm going to pick it up at the airport.
Oh, you're going tonight. All right. Good.
Yeah.
If the ticket's not there, don't go.
Right.
No, I'm not.
Is someone going to meet you at the airport, or you don't even know where you're going?
Well, I'll have the ticket, so if I get back there, then I'll just come back.
Right, okay.
If they're not there.
Right, okay. Very good. Maybe we should send the E-Crew to the taping.
Is this going to also require an AIDS test?
Yeah. They all do, I think.
So you have to get another AIDS test.
I don't know. I think that might be good enough because that's pretty recent.
Yeah, you just got a new AIDS test. Although he just had unsafe sex with the girl in the porno movie.
Right, I figured you'd have to have another one.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, how stupid can you be? You're not even wearing a rubber, and you're with a girl, and you never even saw her AIDS test. You don't care?
What's he got to live for?
Yeah, right. What if he gets it?
It was only a couple times. I'm not going to be in it long.
Right.
I'll just do maybe a couple movies and then...
Get out.
Roll out.
Right.
Find something else to do.
All right, man. All right, so good luck, Kenneth Keith. Thanks for stopping by.
All right.
All right. Okay, you had enough? No?
I'm trying to think.
I know, he's giving me a look like he has something else to say.
That there should be more.
Yeah, I mean, I've run out of questions. I mean, I learned everything.
The girl didn't come.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You want to play a song from your album? I mean, what do you want to do? Dude, I got to go on with the show. I got a million things to get to, okay?
Yeah, I got. If you have a guitar, I'll play a song.
All right. Gary, give him a guitar. How long before he's doing gay porn?
Yeah, would you do that, Kenneth?
Would you do gay porn?
No, they already asked me to do that.
No, did they? And you said no? You won't get it on with a guy?
Nah.
Just wait till the money dries up.
Yeah, how much would they pay you for that?
I don't know. Not going to pay me for it because I'm not going to do it.
Right.
But if they offered you $20,000,
would you do it?
No, that's not enough.
I think I'd pay him $20,000 just to see it.
50?
$50,000? Would you have gay sex?
I don't know. Are you going to give me $50,000 for it?
Well, I'm not, but maybe the gay porno industry would.
Nah. I don't know. Nah.
50, you know you'd bend over.
You sure would, dude. Get the Vaseline.
Nah, not 50. That's not enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
It's more than you make in 7 years.
250.
250,000, you would do it?
$250.
All right, quickly a guitar, because I really got to get moving on with the show. You're making me nauseous.
Huh?
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
All right, quickly give him a guitar.
Now, that's a guitar, Kenneth.
Go nuts.
Yeah, go nuts. Do a good song.
All right.
Quickly.
All right.
Now, comedy rock, does that mean the jokes are in the songs or outside of the songs?
It's just funny lyrics.
All right.
I guess. I was walking down the street. I just left the bar. The girl standing there about 6 feet tall.
All right, get out of here. Get out. Get out. That's it. It's over. All right, thanks.
You think he has a Beastie Boys?
All right, I got to. We'll be back right after this with the Sue Simmons contest. I'm going to take some phone calls and stuff, and that's Kenneth Keith Kallenbach, soon to be seen in a porno movie.
And has a record coming out. Look for it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good song, man. That was good.
That was just the beginning.
Yeah, but it was enough. It was too intense for me. I'm not feeling that well. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
I can't be sick tomorrow, Robin, because tomorrow's St. Patty's Day, and I have to...
I was happy that you were able to forget about what tomorrow was and say, I might have to take the day off.
Yeah, well, Gary just reminded me that it's St. Patty's Day, and I have to paint girls' breasts green.
So all of a sudden you're getting better?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to get right to sleep today.
And also remind women out there to come on down, too. I mean, we have 2 or 3 scheduled.
Right.
But anybody who wants to come, tomorrow's the day.
It's always a good idea to call us ahead of time so we know that you're coming down. And a lot of women want to come down for this. It's a lot of fun. You get painted green. And also, this year, I'm qualified to give cancer exams, breast cancer exams.
Could I ask a silly question?
If you must.
Is Gary prepared?
Yes, I am. Sipperstein has provided special body paint. They mix themselves.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Sipperstein's great.
Just arrived yesterday with brushes and little painters.
I didn't know they also provided that.
Well, just for Howard.
Can we get a mammogram machine?
Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't touch the girls.
That's ugly.
Yeah, but I like putting their breasts in that metal clamp.
And flattening them.
It's from the 14th century.
Yeah, I like that. My wife just had to go for her mammogram. She was all upset about it.
It hurt.
I saw her do it once.
That is one of the most painful things you can do.
She flopped those things right onto that metal vise.
Yeah, they bring out a plate.
Yeah.
And they say, put it on here.
You put your breast on a plate. It's so weird.
And then they lower a machine on it.
No, my wife doesn't really have anything up there, so it's like, she's like, I don't know what she's flopping onto there. It's pretty funny. Guy was trying to grab onto something.
But they do. They put it down as far as it will go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They flatten those things right out. Who needs to see that?
Robin, is it more painful to be larger or smaller, do you think?
Well, how would I know? I've only been larger.
She's only been large.
It's true.
She doesn't know.
Even at 12?
You don't have... Mammograms were just invented.
Oh, right. He's so stupid. Yeah, that mammogram thing is a real turnoff. Don't go with your wife to see that. Because they
It's another thing you don't want to watch your wife.
Yeah, I'm watching the nurse trying to get something off my wife's chest so they can get it into that vise. They're tugging on her. Like pulling those things and trying to get something going. Trying to x-ray anything.
And then don't they do it from the side, too? They smash it from the side.
Yeah. I got to get her some breast implants.
So she can have something to put on the plate.
Yeah, so she has something to mammogram with. Get her some big D cups. Are we going to do the Sue Simmons contest?
We're ready.
I can't wait to see who wins.
Okay, now, the first couple are in dispute because she was interviewing that lawyer that they interview every day at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
The O.J. lawyer.
Yeah, okay.
It's on Real to Real 2, Howard.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Watch the action. These are some fireworks, and Marsha Clark was certainly not intimidated by F. Lee Bailey.
See, she was interviewing the guy, but she did say Marsha Clark's name wrong.
I say that's a mistake.
I do, too.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I didn't hear it.
What do you mean?
Did she just do it?
She just called Marsha Clark Michelle.
Oh, I didn't hear her.
I'd say that's a mistake.
So you have to listen so closely to Sue.
She covers pretty good.
Into Cordova.
Well, now, if it's found out that F.
She
Lee
sort of
Bailey
stuttered
was
there.
That's not a mistake.
what's happening with the rest of the team?
That's not a
I
mistake.
thought we had exempted the interview portion.
This isn't the interview portion. This is the up front, the news thing with the
okay.
with the lawyer dude.
I've got the hiccup.
But it is not scripted.
What?
It's not scripted. But, I mean, if you can't get...
So then let's not count it then.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. This is another interview.
All right, so let's go...
Okay, skip this cut. Skip this cut and go to the next one. You're on the wrong tape. And go to the next one.
Well, then why would you put it on if we're not counting?
I just wanted to make sure, Howard.
Flunky.
Boss, this is a
No, I just wanted to make sure. I don't
Okay.
want people calling up later and say, Gary missed 5 mistakes.
All right, here we go.
And the president? News 4 Steve Handelsman is live at the White House with this information.
That's a mistake.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a definite.
All she had to say was Steve Handelsman is live at the White House with the president or something, whatever she was saying. I don't even know what she was saying. That was a good one. All right, that's one legitimate error.
All right.
This one didn't count to Michelle? No, we're not counting that.
And the president? News 4 Steve Handelsman is live at the White House with this information. Steve?
You can almost say that's 2 errors because Handelsman was said improperly. But that's all right. I won't get nitpicky. You can't do that to Sue. You can't do that to the old girl. All right, that's 1 error.
Okay.
I'm thinking, yes, it's looking like that way, and Marv Albert said it as a game.
Nah, I'm not counting that. You counting that?
He said, but I...
No. You can't count.
Okay.
It's got to be bona fide reading off the teleprompter mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah, because that sounded like a handoff, an ad-lib.
Right.
An 84-year-old woman who doesn't know the meaning of the word retire.
That's a mistake. She's reading off the teleprompter. She just can't get it. I think the music throws her.
Okay, now, on this one, Howard...
That's 2?
That's 2. Just for the beauty of it, I think you should... This is the one where there's 4 mistakes in one story. I think you should just let it roll for a second.
Okay.
13-year-old Tammy Lynn Eskelson reportedly used a confidential computer printout from a hospital emergency room
1.
to find her victim.
2.
Eskelson, shown in an early
3.
court appearance with her distraught mother, has entered a plea of not guilty. She was not in court today because she has...
That was 3.
It was 4, because she said
what?
was entered and then went back to has entered.
Okay. 4. So you're up to 6 already. Oh.
Yeah, she's past me.
Wow. I told you, when she gets on a roll, she can really go.
You got to play that sentence again.
That's a great sentence. Sometimes I don't know what she's talking about.
It's so great when you goof on somebody and they actually do it.
Well, we ain't making this stuff up. I love watching her do the news, though. She's my favorite.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, I like it. Sometimes I don't even know what she's talking about.
13-year-old Tammy Lynn Eskelson reportedly used a confidential computer printout from a hospital emergency room to find her victim.
Vixen.
Eskelson, shown in an earlier court appearance with her distraught mother, has entered a plea of not guilty. She was not in court today because she has...
I still think that's 3 errors.
She started to say was and then went to has.
I don't know, but the sentence did make sense.
Can I hear that again? But it wasn't what was written down for.
See, I only heard 3, too.
I say it's 3. Trust me.
So that would be 5.
That would be 5.
Who's doing what she loves, filmmaking. We will take her into the 80s. And
will you count that as a mistake? She said the same word twice.
Nah, I'm going to give her a break on that one. Don't you think, Robin? That was not really a mistake.
Again, that didn't hit my ear as a mistake.
Okay.
And the guy interrupted her a little bit. You can hear that. 2
more choices to go.
Okay.
We're dissatisfied. Will the city get better or worse? 40% said worse. 25% said better.
That's a mistake. Percent she had trouble with.
Percentin'.
40%.
All right, so that's 6.
That's 6. And this is the last one coming up. I'm not sure if this is a mistake.
I got to hear percent again. That's cool.
60% were dissatisfied. Will the city get better or worse? 40% said worse. 25% said better.
40%. That's good. Okay, what else? Another one?
One more.
Okay.
But 90s style in her new compact disc CD titled My Sherry.
That's not really a mistake. I guess that was her calling it a CD.
I heard a little thing going on.
Yeah, I don't know what
properly, though.
That was a stumble.
going on there. Because she said compact disc. There's nothing wrong with that.
And then she said, I don't know if she's saying in her own mind that she should call it a CD. Or
yeah, I'm not going to count that as an error.
Yeah.
I'm going to just count that as another goofy Sueism. I'm going to call it at 6. Who had 6?
Stuttering John and I split 6.
Wow. Well, there it is.
You get the $280.
That sucks. Whoa.
How'd that work?
Look how happy he is.
I think that last one was a mistake.
Hey, me too.
Let me hear it again.
All right, one more reading.
Oh, come on. I also thought she said city wrong, didn't she?
Well, if you're gonna get real nitpicky, we'll be here all day. I mean, she fumfers all over the place.
Let's just get past 6.
But 90s style in her new compact disc CD titled.
You're not going to count that?
Wait a minute, that isn't too late. The judgment rules. You're only changing your mind because it's me and John.
I think you should. No, I'm not. That's not true. I would never do that.
It's so true.
Come on, guys. You think that's a mistake?
That
Be honest.
was a mistake.
Not anymore.
Hey, you rolled it over yesterday.
What?
You rolled it over yesterday.
I did roll it over. It's true. John, be honest. Is that a mistake?
Let me hear it one more time.
You're asking a stutterer.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't think any of it's a mistake.
But 90s style in her new compact disc CD titled.
That was a hurdle.
I think it's a mistake.
Okay. That's fair.
7.
But the only thing...
Who had 7?
I don't know. I got to go look.
Uh-oh. I'd rather you guys win than Ralph.
Oh, I thought...
Someone might have 7.
If it's Ralph, then we got to say it wasn't a mistake.
Right.
That's right. We'll take it back.
I'll go with that.
As long as it's not Ralph.
Can we count the other ones?
I think Ralph had 2. I had 4 mistakes.
I had 5.
Yeah, Fred and I had 5.
All right.
If it's 7 and nobody had 7, do we win because we had 6?
No.
Nobody has 7.
Nobody? I say we roll it.
No, wait a second.
Roll it over. Roll it.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Roll.
You say 6 is the winner, you say.
Right.
No.
Then you say, who won? And I say me and John. Then you go, maybe 6 isn't the
I
winner.
was having questions about that even if
we got it in before a winner was declared.
Gary, what happened yesterday? I won, and then there was a decision made afterwards that...
Yeah, but that was a decision on the
I could have taken it. I could have taken the money. You got to be a sport. This is not an exact science.
There were a couple there that were on the board.
Got to be fair. Even John says it's a
If
mistake.
I win, then lunch is on me.
Oh, really? Yeah. Who wants your lunch?
Yeah, we're not going to go.
Yeah, who cares? Lunch is on you.
We're going to do this one more day?
I think one more day.
Or we could go to, the 11 o'clock news on Friday or something if we want to make it interesting.
11 o'clock news is brutal for Sue. That's not
11
fair.
o'clock on Friday.
But see, they don't have to wait till Monday. Let's do it tonight.
Yeah, I need my money for the weekend.
All right, so we're doing...
Anybody want to pick new numbers?
No, you got to roll it over. Roll it over, honey.
I don't want to be stuck at 5 knowing
Why?
you can really go crazy.
Boy, it was under 5 yesterday.
That's right.
It's been under 5 all week. Today was the big day.
Why, you want 7?
It's going to get worse.
Go ahead, change your number if you want to go up. I don't think there's any lower numbers available.
Right. I'll take 11:30, half hour.
Well, no,
we're doing tomorrow. We're doing today at 5 o'clock.
Oh, we're doing 5?
Yeah.
Then I'll take 7.
Would it be fair to Sue to put that kind of pressure on her for the 11 o'clock news?
Okay, Robin is now changing from 5 to 7.
Wow.
And now every time Sue breathes, Robin's going to say
it's a mistake.
Which means Fred is now alone at 5.
5.
Very good. All right. Well, there it is. You guys had to give up your money like I did yesterday.
Yeah. He was counting it.
And we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
8:20 at The Eagle. This is Brad Barry. It's 8:26 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. It's The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Was that Leslie?
Yeah.
Is that new?
I'm not sure.
I've heard that
I think it's
before.
from one of his later albums, yeah.
I see. Well, here we are. I'm trying to think what I want to do. There's some girl on the phone wants to give me a lesbian story. I could use that.
So she got it on with her nanny.
How old is she?
I think 7.
Wow.
It's pretty erotic. Some guy wrote me a letter asking me who I'd rather make love to. Shoshana Lonstein, that's Jerry Seinfeld's girlfriend, or Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore for me.
Did you see, I saw one of the tabloid shows yesterday, and they had a picture. I think it's coming on today. It was a preview. They're going to show Jerry and the Seinfeld crew playing softball. And Shoshana's on the sidelines, and, you know, she's bending over Jerry, massaging him, and then they're making out on the sidelines when it's not his turn, and he has to kiss her before he goes up to bat.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're really into public displays of affection.
Well, in all fairness, Jerry's such a fox that I can't imagine that young girls couldn't keep their hands off him. You know what I mean?
I sit there and I say to myself, is he now thanking his lucky stars that he didn't marry sooner so that he could wait for Shoshana to be born?
Yes, of course he is. Lucky bastard. Right? You guys would want to make it with Drew Barrymore. I don't even think Shoshana Lonstein's that good looking, do you?
No
She seems kind of chubby, right?
I don't know. I think I dig that.
Really? No sex appeal there for me.
Well, maybe you haven't seen her in person. Maybe that's a picture thing.
She's got a big face. I don't know, man.
I think Drew Barrymore would know what she was doing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it would be fun to teach Shoshana.
Yeah, I'm sure Jerry hasn't really taught her anything
He
good.
hasn't done anything.
I see her just lying there saying, what are you going to do for me?
Right. I'm with you. Let's see. Diane Parkinson or Farrah Fawcett?
Diane Parkinson or Farrah Fawcett?
Farrah.
Diane. For me.
She's pretty wild.
I haven't met Farrah. You know.
Although I think Farrah must be fun because she's married to Ryan O'Neal, and that's a party.
You think that's fun?
I think that's a party.
Yeah, I doubt it.
That's a close one, Howard.
For me, it's Diane Parkinson. She's like a party girl.
Yeah, she seems.
That's the one who's suing Bob Barker?
Yeah, but she'd probably sue you afterwards for something.
Yeah, so.
It'd be worth it.
It'd be worth it. You get a lawyer. Let him handle it. Put him on the payroll.
Farrah's got that serious side. You know, she wants to be taken so seriously.
Yeah. I don't want to be in bed with anyone who's, wants to be a serious actress. That's not for me. I'd rather be with someone who, points at prizes and
Gives
junk.
away prizes. Here's
Right.
the refrigerator.
Yeah, I don't need anybody taking it too seriously.
Okay, Diane.
There you go.
All right, if you had to make love to one of these two, who would you make love to? Joan Rivers or Joan Collins?
Joan Collins.
Me too.
She invented sex.
I've seen Joan Collins, though, on a close-up on CBS News.
Yeah.
It was pretty frightening.
It's 100.
It's got to be.
Although,
if you count the rings in her face.
My curiosity kills me about Joan Rivers.
No, there's no curiosity there. I mean, I kid around when she's in here and stuff, but I wouldn't go near her with a 10-foot pole.
So who are you making love to?
Joan Collins.
Oh, you are?
Let's see if there's any other good ones.
How old is Joan Collins? 63?
Undetermined.
Dog years or regular years? Steven Tyler's daughter or the blonde girl in the Aerosmith videos?
Steven Tyler's daughter.
Me too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Much better. The blonde girl in the Aerosmith videos doesn't do anything for me.
You're kidding.
No, I think she's a pig.
Oh.
I know everyone's all worked up over it. Not for me, though. Man. That's not my type.
Oh, yeah, Steven Tyler's daughter's probably a little messed up because she's in that wacky home.
Yeah, I mean, Steven didn't spend any time with her. I mean, now he's spending time with her because he's a model.
On the phone.
Yeah.
Hugging her own father. Imagine what she'd do for you.
Exactly. Heather Locklear or Shannon Doherty?
Ooh.
Oh, Heather Locklear.
Really?
Immediately.
Not for me.
You don't think Shannon Doherty would be like...
I don't know, man. I just dig her. I dig the cans.
Shannon Doherty sounds like a passionate girl to me.
Yeah, I think, and I also think she's another one who really needs the love of an older man. Yeah.
I mean, look at what she's done. You know, she's chased her boyfriends with guns. You know, she's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's a surefire crackerjack in bed.
But you better sleep with one eye open.
Kathy Lee or Marla Maples?
Maples.
Kathy Lee for me. Kathy Lee for me.
Ooh.
She's so angry at you, she'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, we would fight and then make love. It would almost be like almost like rape.
She'd just be flailing.
Oh, she'd be so angry, and then all of a sudden she'd break down crying and go, you know what? I want you.
Marla lies there.
Kathy Lee wants me.
She's got something to prove.
Amy Lynn or Pamela Anderson? Pamela Anderson. Jackie's wife or Dee Snider's wife?
Ooh. I haven't had either of them lately.
I like Jackie's wife a lot, but I'd have to hop into the sack with Dee's wife.
Yeah.
Well, she's like a... Although Jackie's wife really tries hard. You know, she had sex with a black guy on the front lawn of somebody's house.
Yeah, it sounds to me like Jackie's wife would give you a real ride.
Good workout.
Yeah.
You know, you got something there. That's a tough one.
You couldn't make a bad choice in either category.
That's diplomatic. But you got to make a choice.
You got to remember that Dee married his wife when she was like 15. She didn't exactly get a chance to...
So maybe Nancy.
Learn the ropes.
Yeah, she really doesn't know the ropes. In fact, she says...
You take my wife and I'll take Dee's wife.
All right, there you go. Robin Quivers or Sally Kirkland? That's an easy one.
Easy.
Sally.
Of course. Robin ain't going to do anything.
I don't know about that.
No, I'd go with Robin. Anytime.
Robin is a volcano.
It's an easy one. No brainer.
I suggest you take Sally.
Nah. Sally's no spring chicken like you.
I don't want her hip to break.
I think they'd both send you to the chandelier.
Oh, yeah.
Demi Moore or Kimberly Taylor? Kimberly for me.
You wouldn't take Demi?
Oh, Demi Moore.
Gotta have her.
Demi Moore.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
You, that's a bad call, Howard.
Kimberly only if she doesn't talk.
She'd get lost.
Fred Norris or John Travolta?
Me.
Fred Norris.
For Robin.
Swimmer body.
Fred Norris or John Travolta? I'd take Fred.
There you go.
Yeah, Travolta's kind of porky now.
Joe Piscopo's girlfriend or Elle McPherson?
Elle McPherson.
Joe Piscopo's girlfriend.
Elle McPherson.
Oh.
Is the answer.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
That's the answer.
What do you mean?
That's the answer. You have the wrong answer.
There are right and wrong answers in this
You're stupid. You flunked.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Gary, where's the girl with the lesbian story?
We could do it now if you want.
You could?
Yeah, or we were supposed to do a call in 5 minutes.
Oh, we're going to do that? Want to do that first?
Yeah.
And then the
By
lesbian
the way,
story?
I think some of those choices were really off, but the answer is Elle McPherson 10 years ago.
No, Elle McPherson now.
No.
Elle McPherson.
She's Joe Piscopo's girlfriend is so prime and so young.
And you think Joe Piscopo's girlfriend knows how to move in the sack?
Nowhere near.
That's
for Joe.
And you think Elle McPherson?
I don't think she knows how to.
Elle McPherson, I don't think is.
Elle McPherson would know how to do it.
Great
She
looking.
always looked like that.
No,
You're both gonna lie
The
there.
answer is Elle McPherson.
Wrong.
You saw Elle McPherson naked in Sirens.
Yeah.
Sort of big in the butt, remember?
Oh, yeah, real
She
big.
gained weight for
She
that.
lost the weight.
Oh, please. Joe Piscopo's girlfriend, I don't think has moved.
Ever.
No. She's been locked in a closet.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You know, Joe and her are busy looking at each other's bodies in the gym.
But did you ever see you're not with me when they go back to do IDs and
Yeah,
she
they
sits
make
on his
out.
lap and stuff.
Big
So
deal.
what? That's for you.
She sits there like a piece of wood. She's great looking. Don't get me wrong, and I'd love to hop on top of that and really loosen her up.
And how could you possibly pick Diane Parkinson over Farrah Fawcett?
That's my thing, man. That's the answer. Diane Parkinson. You don't really, when Diane comes in here and starts sitting on my lap and stroking me and stuff.
She's wild.
Let me tell you something, man. She's horny.
She's got that fire.
She sure
and
does.
not only that, she comes in here and she says, "Oh, Howard, I could fall for you so fast."
Yeah, oh, yes.
She aims to please.
Oh, come on. Farrah Fawcett, man. What was she going to do for me? She's going to sit there.
I think she's wild.
Yeah, she might be wild, but I go with the short thing. Every time.
That I can't disagree about.
Right. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have lesbian stories, and we have to call Steve Rossi.
Oh, we're calling Steve Rossi?
Well, yeah.
That's the phone call?
Well, no, we have to tell him that he's not in show business anymore, so he can't be on the show.
He's a listener.
He's a listener now. He's not allowed to be on the show anymore. We have to fire him from the show. We'll explain when we get back.
Sure is.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Before we talk to Steve, should I take my temperature? I got a thermometer.
Oh, good, finally.
All right, now, this is one of these things. This is like a digital thermometer. Do you ever see this?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What do? You press the green button? And
I've never worked one.
Gary says you press the green button, a digital display comes up, and then you put it under your tongue, and then when it beeps,
All right,
it's ready to...
it should be at 0, I would imagine, or
Let me
something.
see. Hold on.
Or 98.6.
It's at it's at 0, I guess.
All right, so put it under your tongue.
All right.
And close your mouth.
Pretty good radio.
Takes about 3 minutes to register, I would imagine. Well, that's the old thermometer.
Not anymore.
Not anymore? How long does it take? Did anybody tell you?
I think it's pretty quick.
Oh.
But it's 100.
100? That's not a real bad temperature, Howard. I hate to tell you. 102. That would be sick. You shouldn't be here. Oh, it sounds like it's done.
Take the cake out.
101.
Oh, really?
That's not so bad.
That's pretty bad. That's sick.
That's sick.
That's pretty cool how fast it does it.
Yeah. Could it be accurate?
Probably not. It's probably 105. Probably half dead. You know what? I was thinking I'm like Jim Henson from the Muppets.
Yeah, you got some disease that'll take you right out of you.
Yeah, I'm probably going to drop dead. That's pretty cool how fast it is. Wow.
Well, you ought to take that home. It's a nice thermometer.
Yeah, I accidentally put it rectally. I don't know if people realize that. The first try, and it read 72. I knew I had done it wrong.
And then you put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Very good. You're
Well,
a
you think
trooper.
that's bad?
You're a trooper.
It's my body stuff.
You live on the edge.
All right, Steve Rossi is... let me explain to people who Steve Rossi is.
Well, this is exactly why he's being invited away from the show.
Yeah. Hey, Steve? Hey.
My Sherry.
Oh, wait a second. Steve? Steve?
Yes.
Hey, baby.
It's Steve the Legend Rossi making his comeback on the Howard Stern show after about a year.
Steve Rossi is a guy. A lot of the young people don't know who Steve is. Steve is this guy who used to be on the Ed Sullivan Show all the time with his partner, Marty Allen.
Yeah.
And
he
they
was
had
a comedian.
And they had a real successful comedy team called Allen and Rossi. And we really like Steve a lot. He's a real good guy. And, you know, every once in a while Steve will call up and say, hey, I want to come on the show. And so I said to Robin the other day when we were off the air, I said, can we continue to have Steve on the show? I mean, let's face it, is he still in show business?
Well, I'm still in show business, and
But I don't even hear from you
I'm in the real show business because I'm here starring as the fans.
Yeah.
In the new show called Glitz by Jon Stewart, who has the Legends in Concert show here. He's got 9 versions of it around the world right now.
But do you understand what Howard's saying?
I think Steve gets insulted when I say this.
Really?
Well, I mean, you talk like we haven't been around. You got to remember we've been starring in Atlantic City for the past 12 years and in Las Vegas for 35 years.
I don't know. I tuned into TV the other night. They did some kind of special. I forget what it was I was even watching, but it was Allen and Rossi were playing old age homes.
That's where we were working.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I got all upset and I just said, you know, how can we have Steve on anymore? He's working old age homes. Yeah, and then he asked Steve what he's doing. He keeps saying he's appearing somewhere, and no one ever knows where he's appearing.
You know, Steve, we're trying to attract people like Arnold Schwarzenegger to do this show.
Yeah, right, Steve.
Well, let me tell you something. Just last night, for instance.
Tell me what you've been doing.
At the Sands Hotel, for our show, Siegfried and Roy came in, who are, you know, gigantic stars around the world now.
Yeah.
Engelbert Humperdinck was in last night.
Who's he?
Engelbert is starring at Bally's and drawing 1,300 people a show like clockwork.
Steve thinks that's a big deal.
At a $50 ticket.
Steve, how many people are you drawing?
We're doing over 650 people per show, which is the capacity of the room.
And they pay?
They're paying $32.50 a person.
Really?
That's right.
Is that true?
That is absolutely the truth.
I'm going to check that out.
And we also have another
you're
thing
not just the
going.
guys that you come see after you've lost all your money?
That's right.
And we're,
You sure you're not the maitre d'?
No, I'm not the maitre d'.
Although
you want to know something? I'm going to be hosting
here you go.
Another Jazz project at the top of the Polo Towers, which is a magnificent building that's the penthouse in the middle of the Strip.
If you ask Steve what he's doing, it's all stuff you never heard of.
At the age
because
of
this sounds like an office building. He's going to be.
Yeah,
I'm going to be everywhere in this town now.
All right, tell Robin everything you're doing.
Well, first of all, I wanted to tell you that Pat Cooper is going to be here also.
Yeah, but he doesn't like me anymore.
No, he likes you. It's just that he says he doesn't need you anymore, and neither do I, and neither does Marty.
Right.
We only talk to you because we feel sorry for you. We know you're going to retire this year, and we're still going to be around, you know. But
so
Pat's
anyway,
going to be at the Riviera, and he said he's trying to beat Jackie Martling's draw there at the Riviera.
Watch what happens when I ask him what he's doing. He's going to mention that 25th anniversary video. That we've
this
never
is
heard.
Something he shot himself. This is a home video he shot.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm going to do it.
Watch this.
And I said, well, I sure hope so.
He always says the same stuff. I keep trying to tell Steve he's not in show business anymore, but he doesn't listen.
His wife was in last night.
Hey, Steve, so what else are you doing? I mean, seriously, give a couple of plugs.
All right. Well, the other thing, you know that, remember that tape that we did, the video of Allen and Rossi comedy special with Engelbert and Jerry Lewis?
Is that the 25th anniversary tape?
The 25th anniversary tape is now
out
on our 32nd anniversary.
What'd I tell you?
And it's out on White Star.
I don't know how to tell him that he's no longer allowed on the show.
No, you got to tell him.
Walmart, Sears,
this is his last appearance.
all the major chains
all right.
around the
I'll be direct.
United States.
Maybe
my
you should
son,
do it.
I'm
better
telling
do it.
you said it.
Martin Rossi
Wait, he's plugging his
has
son.
a little baby girl.
Oh, is that right?
And he brought her in last night to the show.
His son.
And I brought her on stage.
What else are you up to?
6 months old now.
All right, listen to me.
Yeah.
Steve, I don't think you're allowed on the show anymore.
What do you mean I'm not allowed on the show?
We just took a vote.
This is Steve the Legend Rossi. This is not just some silly guest star that you might have on the show.
We just took
What
a
is it?
vote, and Jackie was the deciding factor.
I don't think any of our audience knows who you are. What is it?
Jackie, why don't you tell people to call in if they want to know who Steve Rossi is, the Legend Rossi. If you recall, I was with you in the early days on NBC.
What is it?
When you were talking
I
about
think
me
Steve,
every
I wanted
day.
to ask Steve
Like the
how his
greatest
New Year's
thing
Eve
that
show
ever
went. I have a
happened in
woman
show
on the line
business,
said,
and now I
you know,
really
he
am.
played a club that was capacity 300, and
But
she
Robin, I
counted
miss
30
you
people,
too.
including the band.
Robin?
Yes?
Yes?
Well, why don't you talk to me?
I'm
Normally,
sorry.
That's all
We
you
were
do
letting
is
you
talk.
We're talking over you.
You're talking over me.
Yeah.
And I went to the opening of the Hard Rock Hotel here, which they invited me to that. Engelbert and I went there.
Who invited you?
The people that are in charge of advertising and publicity there.
One thing about Steve, he has a lot of fun.
I have a lot of
He
fun.
goes
You know,
everywhere.
they had a big controversy because they have a bar there.
Let's find out who wants to have you on the show still. Let me see. Ma'am, do you want to still have Steve on the show?
Well, it depends upon how big a crowd he can draw in Park City, Utah on New Year's Eve.
Ah.
Oh, you went to see Steve on New Year's Eve?
I did at the Prospector Grand Celebrity Theater in Park City, Utah.
How was it?
The show was actually very good. It sat about 330 people were there.
Uh-oh.
Most of them were related to the crew.
See, Steve, I got to throw you out of the show now.
Oh,
when you draw
wait a
30
minute.
people.
That was
New Year's.
That was New Year's.
Looking for places to go.
Steve.
You must be a fan of of Martin and Lewis.
Yeah,
this
she just-
gal.
Only the French like Jerry.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Well, at least she went to your show, Steve.
Well, let me tell you something. We were there for 1 week, and we had a hell of an engagement. In fact, just last night...
Did you get that case of
about
Depends I sent
50
you?
people came in that were in for a convention that were there to see us at the Park City theater there.
You know what? You can't fire him from the show. It's
Hello?
impossible. Yes, Steve.
And the other thing is we're going to be doing a special. We're going to be doing a special from
How
Las
come I never
Vegas
see these things?
with
Weird.
Jon Stewart
Ask him where's it going to be shown.
about the history of Las Vegas. Which
Let me
is
ask you something. The History of Las Vegas special, where will that be shown?
Well, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
They're gonna tape it, and then we'll find out.
Now,
what's
who
gonna
is
happen.
taping it?
But our show really is.
See, he won't tell
is
you.
You know
is
what?
the history
What?
Mark
of Las
Harris
Vegas
is more in show
entertainment.
business.
I know.
In the early 50s, when I was a production singer at the Sands.
Steve,
Yeah,
this show you're taping,
yeah.
how come it's not going to be shown anywhere?
It will be shown. They're
Who's
gonna
taping
do
it? What company?
Well, it's going to be taped by Jon Stewart Productions.
Who is Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart is the guy who produced Legends in Concert, all of the impressionists that do the great,
And where was that shown?
stars. Legends in Concert is a show that's being produced all over the world right now. There are 9 different versions of it.
Oh, I thought it was a TV show.
No, the one that we're doing right now, he wants to do as a special. What we do is we trace the history of Las Vegas
I don't know.
entertainment from
This is Steve, but this is why Steve drives me nuts. He's always got some weird thing going on.
The Sahara
He's
Hotel.
always doing specials that
And we
nobody
have
ever sees.
videos.
I know.
of the tremendous media.
But I love
going
Steve.
in
I don't have the
show,
heart to tell him.
With the
You
with
tell
the
him.
band and the
You tell him he's fired from the show.
girls, beautiful
Well, we're not
dancers,
firing him.
incredible.
We're firing him
stuff.
from the show.
I mean, it's just a
We're
great
just not
show.
going to have money.
And I'm,
Well, why do we have to tell him? When he calls, we just won't
coming
return
out
his
here
calls.
So you can see it.
But you have problems with
Because
that, too.
people are raving about this show. We just
I know.
opened this past week.
Steve.
And it's
I'll
called
get him. Hold on.
Quit.
He can't hear you yet.
Okay.
Steve.
Yes.
Steve, we're having a problem.
Yes, I know you're having a problem. You people have always had a problem. your whole life is a problem.
The problem is we can't continue to have a person on as a guest who
That's right.
nobody knows.
Oh, don't say that, Robin. That's
no,
mean.
this is what Gary just told me.
That's
Let me
mean.
tell you something,
Don't
Robin.
say that.
Many years as you've been on that show, I guarantee you more people know Alan and Rossi than know you, Robin.
What is it, Gary? 1 second.
Are you kidding me?
There's a guy on the phone.
You don't even know what you're
Steve at a
talking about.
restaurant in L.A. with some girl.
Yeah.
We
and he
just
was
turned
explaining
down
to the girl how he discovered
Atlantic
you in
City
Washington.
again because it doesn't mean that much anymore.
Let's see who else wants
Vegas is where everything is happening.
Hello, you're on the air.
No, hey, that's the problem. Listen, I was in L.A.
Yeah.
and I was sitting next to Steve at Stanley's in L.A. And he ended up, he's sitting with this, by the way, he was sitting with a beautiful woman. I'll give him credit on that.
Who was the woman, Steve?
Oh, I don't know. She was some blonde babe.
No, they're both named Steve.
Oh. Hey, Steve Rossi, who was the woman you were sitting with?
I don't know. I don't remember the time.
That wasn't your wife, was it?
No.
I will tell you that it was...
No, I'm not married.
What happened?
I will tell you that the babe's buttons were popping off of her dress while he was talking.
Steve, I thought you got married.
No, I didn't get married yet.
Are you still with that girl?
Still engaged to Laura Taylor, yes.
But you don't know who you were with at Stanley's?
Probably was a press representative or somebody, because I was doing a major tour at that point, a Hollywood tour.
Yeah, so what happened there, sir?
Howard, check this out.
Yeah.
So he's telling this woman, I told him that I heard him on your show.
Right.
And he says, oh, I discovered him.
Oh, he discovered me?
Yeah.
Right.
So he discovered you at your early days in D.C., and I'm like, you discovered Howard?
Steve, do you tell girls that you discovered me?
Well, only when I have to.
It's not that easy for Steve to get girls.
If they're not interested in me, then I tell them I discovered you.
Well, Steve, man, she seemed interested in you. She was a babe, and she was with you. I mean, this is a blonde, buxom-looking, hot-looking lady.
Well, that's how Steve gets girls. One time, there was a good-looking girl at one of our stations. Remember that girl, Betsy?
Oh, yeah.
There was this girl, Betsy, at NBC, who was, like, really good-looking.
Howard, don't tell this, because then people are going to think that I'm a womanizer.
You were working this...
You little rat thing.
So wait a second. So anyway, Steve... Hold on, I just got to get rid of that guy. Yeah. He was getting real annoying. Steve, so this girl, Betsy, who was, like, really, really good-looking. I mean, like, model caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, every guy was, like, had a massive desire for her.
Fred hated her because she was so good-looking.
Yeah, we all hated her. And I wanted her real bad. But of course, my wife keeps me from dating. So anyway, she was real good-looking, and Steve gets a load of her one time, and immediately he lays a rap on her that he could get her modeling work.
Right.
Yeah.
And he had her...
Well, of course, because I was an agent at that time as well.
So Steve convinces her to come up to his apartment. She tells us, she goes up to the apartment. Steve's in his bathrobe, no underpants on.
And this is not a pretty sight.
Yeah, right. Nothing.
What do you mean it's not a pretty sight, Robin? You saw it all the time you came up there.
So Steve,
you horny little broad, you.
And Steve's apartment has no furniture in it except for a couch.
And you remember that little robe? It was a cheesy little robe.
It's a cheesy little robe. And Steve sits on the couch, crosses his legs, and you've seen all his meats. His entire meats are all over the place.
Hardly fit.
Yeah, hardly fit.
Yeah, but it was Central Park South, if you recall.
Yeah, it was Central Park South.
Okay, so, that's not so what if I didn't have furniture? I was living on Central Park South.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine?
At that time, you were living in some dump in Brooklyn, as I recall.
You know what? There was a mattress on the floor in the bedroom.
Yeah, you go in and, you think like Steve's a star. This is why we got to officially call Steve not a star anymore. You go into his apartment, there's a ratty couch with a phone that Steve is on all the time constantly with agents and people, to impress girls. Phone's not even hooked into the wall. And then you go into his bedroom and there's like when you were in college, the dirty mattress on the floor.
Yeah, and Steve's a big star, we think.
Yeah, we think. And then it dawned on us, Steve's no kind of star. And then Betsy went up there and she thought that she was going to be talking to some agents about modeling and stuff. And Steve's like, listen, baby, I couldn't get the agents here today, but why don't you come in and let's talk about what we want to get going for you. I know a lot of guys. And she was like a real classy girl. She got right out.
Oh, I got to tell you something. She was one of the best women that I've ever been with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She got out of there within 5 minutes. She never even looked back. She jumped.
She didn't even use the elevator.
She tried to jump out the window.
And the other cool thing about Steve was when he was first starting out is he claims he had sex with Mae West. Who, to me, Mae West is like a man. You might as well have sex with a man.
Yeah.
You know how you say she was like a sex symbol? I don't get that at all.
I think it was like a goof.
Yeah.
Well, when I met her, she was 66 years old.
Yeah, Steve met her.
And she was real fat, and her boobs were down to her knees.
Yeah.
You know about that, don't you, Robin?
About that age.
Surgery.
See, Robin was the same age as Mae West when you had her, Steve. So Steve was like one of these bodybuilders, and he was a young singer starting out.
You know something, Howard? In our show, they have the different media, and they actually have a video of the show I did with Mae West.
Oh, do they?
Show her with all the muscle men, with Mr. America, Mr. USA.
Does it show you
Mickey
down on your...
and it shows me in my tails with the mustache and the long sideburns and the whole bit.
Yeah, it looks like a gigolo.
Right.
Yeah,
so anyway,
gigolo.
Steve wants
I am a gigolo.
Steve wants to get into the show, and Mae West says, "Come up to my room, big boy."
The 66-year-old woman.
Yeah, so Steve goes up there, and she says, "You're going to have sex with me."
And he does.
And Steve and
Wait a minute. No, I didn't exactly have sex.
Right. She decided to do something.
Do you consider oral sex?
No.
I don't.
No. Not at all. So Steve was standing there.
Even when I had it with Howard, I didn't consider it, real sex.
Steve's standing in the room. Mae West is on her knees, and Steve grabs her head and pulls her wig off. And she's bald. And she's bald under there, and she took her teeth out to be with Steve.
I was going to say, wasn't it? Her dentures were out, too.
And Steve, no problem. He's aroused.
He's there.
Yeah, you know why? I didn't look.
All right, Steve, I got to go.
Look, it doesn't matter.
Steve, nobody knows who you are. I got to go.
Right, at this point, Steve, we're telling sex stories about you, and nobody knows the woman we're talking about.
Yeah, right. They don't know Mae West. They don't know Steve. They don't know Marty. They don't know anybody. Well, I remember you, though, Steve.
And Steve's other big claim to fame is that he was on the Ed Sullivan Show with the Beatles, and he'll remind you of that because he carries around 500 8x10 glossies of him, Marty, and the Beatles together.
Yeah, I've got like 12 of those.
I got 10 of them like autographed.
The first time he gave me one,
you know what? So cool.
Yeah, the first time he gave me one, I was like, wow. I said, Steve, I can't believe you're giving me this picture. I mean, don't you want it? He goes, you can have it.
I
it's
got about
okay.
8 million left.
Yeah, meanwhile, then I find out he's giving them out to like janitors.
I have one, everybody gets one.
But you know what a lot of people don't know historically is that we did 3 shows with the Beatles, and it was within a period of 3 months. The only one they remember is the one we did in February of 1964.
Who cares? All right, listen, Steve, I got to go.
So are we not...
Where are you going, Howard?
I got to go. I got to go do a commercial break.
I didn't dismiss you.
I got to go do lesbian
Howard,
stories.
Thank you very much. And
all right, Steve.
Robin and Jackie and Gary, I love you all.
All right, and listen, you're banned from the show now, right?
No, I'll be there.
he doesn't take no for an answer.
Flying in tomorrow morning. Steve the Legend Rossi's going to be on your show tomorrow morning, too.
Steve is a lot of fun.
He is. He's great.
I just wish more people knew who he was.
Well, you'll be surprised.
Well, can we talk to him just like he's one of our regular listeners?
Yeah,
Robin,
Steve, if you want to be on the show, just...
You and Howard to Las Vegas so I can introduce you, and nobody knows who the hell you guys are.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
From now on, just call in on the listener lines, all right? If you get through, you get through.
Yeah, if you murder somebody, call me.
Yeah. After all these years.
All right, I got to go.
Love you all.
The legendary Steve Rossi. Love you.
Steve.
Bye, Steve. That's the great Steve Rossi. Yes, absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I love that guy, but I keep trying to tell him nobody knows who he is. But he doesn't take no for an answer.
No, he keeps talking no matter what you say.
And I say to Gary sometimes, don't let Steve on the show. You have to say no to him. And he goes, I don't know how to say no to him. It's really hard. It's difficult.
Right,
he goes,
Gary,
but I'll do it. And he does it, and then Steve calls my house.
Yeah.
And he's like, Howard, Gary's telling me not to come on the show. And I go, that Gary's a moron, Steve. I said, I don't understand it. I'll check into it. I'll straighten it all out. Of course I want you on the show. You're fantastic. I got to change my number. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
The Howard Stern Show.
Where's Robin? I want to do the news, and then I want to get out of here. I can act sick all day. You think Robin's in the bathroom?
Yeah, I didn't see her in the hall.
Think she's doing her ablutions?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. By the way, on the E! Show tonight, it's Big Black, up close and personal. A lot of people are fans of Big Black. Might want to see the E! Show. That's tonight. Watch and see. Robin, I believe we're in news time.
Is that right?
I guess. All I know is I just took my temperature again. It's going up. I'm monitoring every 30 seconds.
You're just dehydrated.
You think that's what I am?
Have you been drinking a lot of water?
About 90 cups. Would you still say I'm dehydrated? I'd probably say today I had about 90 cups of water.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Good diagnosis.
Nurse.
Nurse.
Hey, it's not like I've been observing him. Having my own problems over here. Hey! Well, you don't have the tapes if it's news time.
Oh, really? You need them right off the bat?
Yeah.
Jackie, can you go over and get the tapes?
Because I'm
You're
only
healthy.
doing the news that's on the tapes.
All right. Was this some OJ news you're talking about?
I have OJ news. I have
F.U. Bailey?
Beatle news.
Beatle? You got that record they put out?
No, not yet. That's not ready to be put out, but everybody's talking about it. Are you interested in a new Beatles record?
Oh, no, of course not. I bet you it's horrible. First of all, it's a record that, they've pretty much gone through all the tapes the Beatles have.
Uh-huh.
Now, isn't this some tape they found somewhere?
Yeah, it's a tape of John singing a song.
Yeah.
That was in mono or something.
Yeah, it's probably awful.
And now they've added their voices to it and instruments, and they're calling it a Beatle record.
Okay. I mean...
But my point is, They were the idiots that broke up. There could have been a lot of Beatles music if they'd stayed together.
There you go.
Who wants
That's your
it
point?
now?
That's your point?
That's my point.
Really? That's some point. They were the idiots who broke up. I think Paul McCartney finally realized there's not another good song in him. You better go back to the old mine and see what else is in there.
Well, the thing to me is he's already exhausted himself musically. What can he add to this?
I don't know.
Well, here's Paul talking about the collaboration. And the other thing I wanted to ask you was, what did Ringo do?
He's a drummer. He did nothing.
You're going to like these tracks. I mean, I normally don't show off, but we did a good job on it.
Remember the days when the Beatles didn't have to say you're going to like these tracks?
Yeah. That means we haven't liked much of what else they've done.
And it's spooky to hear John singing lead, but it's beautiful. It's really nice. I think people are going to like it, because really, when you think of it, it's the impossible. No one can make a Beatle record. It's because John's not with us, we can't make a Beatle record. But one way or another, we pulled it off.
I guess you should have gotten along with him better.
After all this time. Here's more of what Paul had to say about what it was like to actually work with a John Lennon song. They also have two other supposed Beatle tracks coming out there, songs that the three of them worked on together.
It was a mono cassette with John's piano and voice.
A mono cassette.
On a mono cassette. But we did a techno job on it, and we kind of wrapped ourselves around it, so it's the other three Beatles with John. And it's a really cool record. George plays some beautiful guitar. We do some real nice harmonies. And so much so, Ringo was sitting in the control room. He said, "It sounds like the bloody Beatles."
That's my favorite line. Ringo's sitting in the control room.
That's where they sound best.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care about the Beatles anymore.
They still sell records, though.
I just think it's funny when I see pictures of Paul McCartney now. He's the ugly Beatle. He looks like a woman.
One.
Ringo turned out to be the good-looking one.
That's funny. Well, everybody's looking. They say that'll be out later this year. Probably by the summer they'll be ready to release those new songs. 3 tracks from the Beatles.
Why? What else is in the news, Robin?
I guess they didn't have anything else to do. Mark Fuhrman will be on the stand again today in the O.J. trial. He'll be cross-examined, continuing cross-examination from F. Lee Bailey. Hasn't been going too well for F. Lee Bailey.
Marine to Marine. I like that Marine thing.
This whole defense keeps blowing up in their faces, and many of the fireworks in yesterday's trial weren't between Fuhrman and Bailey. They were between Bailey and Marcia Clark, as they argued over whether or not F. Lee Bailey was lying to the judge about a defense witness who could be called later. Here's some of that exchange.
Is this the one marked F. Lee Bailey?
Yeah. Actually, I think he's commenting on some of the things that were said in court yesterday.
Ever since Fuhrman said he has never used the word nigger in the last 10 years,
nigger,
the phone has been ringing so fast that we now must decide whether it wouldn't be to our advantage to wait until the defense case, let thousands of witnesses come forward, and then further cross-examine Mr. Fuhrman on a lot of points and not just Max Cordova.
All kooks who want to get on TV. Where were they all these months?
What does this have to do with the fact that Nicole Simpson and Ron Coleman are dead?
I don't know, but we're going to prove that he used nigger one way or another.
The other thing that I didn't understand, because I was sort of half looking at the trial yesterday, was there was an argument over a glove in a plastic bag.
Yeah, I saw that. And what happened was, first of all the newspapers today are saying, like, F. Lee Bailey should have retired like 10, 15 years ago.
They're saying he's over the hill.
I mean, he's got to be flipping out reading the newspaper. I don't know what the Los Angeles newspapers are saying, but the New York newspapers are like, F. Lee Bailey sucks. He's the worst attorney ever. It's like an old prize fighter. He came back into the ring one too many times.
His reviews are bad.
Well, he really blew it. He comes into the courtroom with a plastic bag and a glove, and he's going to use it as a demonstration to show how Mark Fuhrman took the plastic bag, put the glove inside the plastic bag, rolled it up, and put it in his sock, and brought it to O.J.'s house. So he says to Marcia Clark and Judge Ito, I'm going to use this as a demonstration. He's got to show what he's going to use for the day. So Judge Ito says, Marcia, how do you feel about this? She goes, first of all, it's ridiculous. This is a glove. It's a small glove. O.J.'s is a large. It's a woman's glove.
F. Lee Bailey took a tiny little glove and put it in a plastic bag. So, you know what the judge did? He basically dismissed F. Lee Bailey from using it. Says all you can use is the plastic bag.
Did you see how tiny it was?
Yeah, it was a tiny little glove. And then,
I came in at the tail end of that, and I couldn't understand what the screaming about a glove in a plastic bag was all about.
yeah, I mean, F. Lee Bailey's going to try and demonstrate how the guy hid the glove. Meanwhile, it's a glove 3 times smaller. I mean, like, he's trying to do dumb things.
Yeah.
Like, dude, put a regular glove in
Did
there.
he discuss this with anyone else, or is he out there on his own on this one?
They're saying that a lot of these lawyers have such big egos, you know, the big names, that they don't really discuss stuff with one another. And they're all pissed off at each other. The whole dream team is all pissed off. You know who's the funniest looking guy? Is that black assistant guy. What's his name?
Carl Douglas.
Wow, what's going on with him? Is he from Mars?
He's got a cone head.
Man, is he an odd-looking dude. He is ugly. Don't tell me women are dreaming about him.
Nobody said that the other day.
Chris Darden's Romeo next to him.
Maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah.
In comparison, Chris Darden is a dreamboat.
He looks like a frog, that guy, Carl Douglas. I thought I was ugly.
Well, anyway, they did not allow him to use this silly glove, and some of the commentators I saw on TV yesterday were saying it's an absolute error in defense strategy not to come up with the same size and style of glove.
Yeah, it was dumb.
That was supposedly hidden.
It was like they were trying to trick the jury.
Yeah.
And what Marsha Clark said is that they're fabricating evidence. They're creating evidence. They're creating a different glove.
It's a fairy tale, and they're rewriting the story. Is there any more of F. Lee Bailey over there?
That's F.U. Bailey to you. I just have Marsha Clark tapes.
No, you have another F. Lee Bailey.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Number 3.
That's the one. Oh, yeah? That says Marsha Clark.
Oh, it should say F. Lee Bailey.
All right. Let's give it a try.
You have number 4?
Yeah, that says Marsha Clark.
Huh. Well, let's see what it is.
Mr. Bailey, you can see how agitated he is.
His hands were shaking. He was turning red and purple.
She liked it.
Yeah.
Has been caught in a lie. And you know something? Not in this case. You don't get away with that. There's just too many people watching.
This had to do with the Max Cordova testimony. Max Cordova is a man that F. Lee Bailey says will testify that Mark Fuhrman used the term nigger to him several years ago, and F. Lee Bailey had said in the courtroom that he'd had a conversation with Mr. Cordova, and then on Dateline last night, or the night before, Cordova was recorded saying he had never talked to F. Lee Bailey.
Yeah, I thought F. Lee's head was going to pop open.
Yeah, because Marsha Clark essentially called him a liar.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, evidently, in court. You're not supposed to call another attorney a liar. I would think that happens every 5 minutes. Yeah.
But they're not supposed to actually call people on their lies in the courtroom, apparently. And he says he indicated that he would probably take this up at some other time with her. You know, maybe he'll ask her to be charged with contempt or something like that. And here's more of Marsha Clark.
Oh, yeah?
They'll get up and they'll misrepresent to their heart's content until they get caught. And then they have excuses. And then they start splitting hairs. And then they have, well, this means this. And, oh, no, that means that. I feel like we're in Alice in Wonderland. We've got Jabberwocky here. Nothing means what it says it does. No means I don't remember. I don't remember means no. Same thing. Now it's coming out of the mouth of Mr. Bailey.
Ooh, she's angry. And you see O.J. looking her over like he wants to cut her throat off. O.J. doesn't deal well with women, especially white women. And he doesn't need some white woman giving him crap.
Who told her she could speak?
Oh, yeah, he's like, ooh, man, where my knife?
I cut up the other one.
That's exactly what got the other one in trouble.
Look out!
So anyway, they argued back and forth, and finally Judge Ito decided that they could no longer ask Detective Fuhrman questions about this Max Cordova because they had played the tape of Cordova saying he had never spoken to F. Lee Bailey, so he's going to have to wait until he gets to present a defense of O.J. Simpson to bring up the Max Cordova issue again. Then last night, Dateline caught up with Mr. Cordova again, who now says he does remember talking to F. Lee Bailey, but in the heat of all the excitement with the press, he forgot.
Yeah.
So here he is now talking about the incident with Mark Fuhrman that he remembers.
I tried to help him, and he was pretty, standoffish about it. He said, "No, I don't need your help, boy." And then we started to go outside, and I said, "Yo, Ron, your boy was here, and I was trying to give him a hand to help him before you got back." And he responded, "The only boy here is you, nigga."
You know what's funny about this guy, Cordoba? Originally, they asked him about it, and he said, "Hey, I know Detective Fuhrman. I know Ron Fuhrman. He's a real cool guy, mellow guy, never said anything bad about black people. He's just like one of these laid-back guys." Now, he's saying he woke up in a dream and remembered Ron Fuhrman saying this stuff.
Yes, but they have everything on tape. They have him on tape saying Detective Fuhrman never said these things, and now they have him saying, "I dreamt
that he said this.
That he said it, and I can't believe my dream is not real."
Yeah.
So what kind of testimony, what kind of weight does this kind of testimony hold, do you think?
Zero. But the problem is the jury will see it and they'll hear the word nigger, and that's all they'll hear. And
oh, you're silly.
You wait and see. Let me ask you something. As a person watching the trial, you think O.J.'s guilty?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's obvious to anyone who's watching this trial?
Yes.
The jury will be confused. That's all I'm telling you. I am telling you the jury will be confused. You're going to have to wait till I understand 7 years from now to find out the answer what the jury's going to come up with, because the trial's supposed to go into 2007.
I have no idea why, but I just have a gut feeling that every time the word nigger is said in that court,
that's all they hear.
Closer to innocent.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Effley Bailey used it an awful lot yesterday. He seems to enjoy throwing the word around.
Yeah, 2 jurors got up and punched him in the face.
But I think this is so easily impeachable.
Right. Judge Ito ought to say at some point, hey, wait a second.
He dreamt it?
Proving whether or not Mark Fuhrman said nigger is not about this case. We've entertained all of these yahoos. Now they're all coming out of the woodwork because they want to get on TV. And now let's move on. That guy's an actor. He wants to be no, for real, he wants to be an actor. That guy Cordoba. He says he wants to be an actor. Didn't they say that?
Yeah.
So he wants to get on TV and say that he dreamt that Mark Fuhrman called him a nigger.
Stone Phillips said, "Are you doing this to enhance your acting career?" And he's like,
no.
Oh, of course not.
Acting career.
All of a sudden he's dreaming.
This whole trial is really annoying. I can't even watch it except I'm glued to it. I get angry at it. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
Hey, Dallas, it's Baba Booey. Boy, did I have a great time at the parade. I'm here to talk to you about the Baba Booey T-shirt. Be the first one on your block to own a beautiful design with the big words Baba Booey on it. Now, you can order it. It's real easy. All you have to do is call 212-415 New York, New York. That's 212-415-6969 for those of you who are dyslexic. It's a great T-shirt. It's $14.95. It's $5 shipping and handling. And I think if you own one, you'll be very cool. That's the Baba Booey T-shirt, 212-415 New York, New York.
97.1 The Eagle. The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Oh, Howard's here. Okay, Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, I wanted to get back to Mark Fuhrman for a moment. Do you think he's used the term nigger in the last 10 years?
No. I don't believe the man's a racist. I believe he's used the word spick, though, 3 times. That is my feeling. Now, if listen, whether he used the word nigger or not, I don't know. How would I know?
It has nothing to do with the case.
I don't think he's used the word nigger. He doesn't strike me as that type. Jackie strikes me as that type. I would guess he's used the word nigger in the last 10 minutes.
You say that, but I know you.
2 niggers go into a bar.
I just think it's a stupid tack to take that the guy never used the term.
Well, he says he never has. And a lot of people haven't. I know people who haven't used the word nigger in the last 10 years. My mother. Except once. The cleaning lady didn't really work out.
There you go. That's using it.
Should I call her a filthy nigger? And other than that, never.
I rest my case.
No, my mother would never use the word nigger.
He's used it.
My father's never used it.
How do you know?
I know it.
You've not been with him all the time.
Yeah, I have. Unfortunately.
So I just thought this is a pretty sad tack to take, because of course you're going to get all these people to come on and say he did. They'll say, yes, I used it, but it was a mistake.
There are so many kooks who want to get on TV that you're going to be able to find people who said they heard the word nigger. Except each one gets more and more absurd as we go along in this case. Woman says she walks into a Marine recruiting station, and the guy is Mark Fuhrman's in there, and she walks in and he's screaming about the niggers. So what she does is she asks if he'll go out with her girlfriend. She says it was the most horrible thing she'd ever heard come out of someone's mouth.
She was devastated by it.
She was devastated, but she said, will you go out with my girlfriend? They join him at a bar, and within the first 30 seconds, he starts screaming about the niggers. This guy strikes me as the type. We sit there. Within the first 30 seconds, he starts screaming about the niggers. Ku Klux Klan people don't scream about the niggers in the first 30 seconds.
Me as the type.
Oh, stop it.
Don't know
He's
him.
a bright guy. You can see he handles himself. You think he's going to go for a date, and the first thing out of his mouth is...
I just object to the term he strikes me as the type.
Yeah, you asked me if I think he said the word nigger. I'm telling you my feeling. I'm giving you an answer. Don't tell me I can't give an answer. I'm a good judge. Imagine a guy. Imagine what kind of human being you'd have to be. A girl comes up to you in the bar. Let's assume that this girl had a date. The first 30 seconds, he's screaming about the niggers. Impossible. You'd have to say hello. It takes you 30 seconds just to say sit down. Oh, for God's sakes. The whole thing is absurd.
Not what I asked you.
Then,
anyway, let's go on. Kato Kalin showed up at some big Washington party last night and was the hit of the ball.
That's unbelievable.
It amazes me. I'm looking at a picture of Greta Van Susteren. Just old giddy standing here with Kato Kalin.
Really?
Yeah. Woo, Kato's here. Larry King says that he had lunch with Kato.
Really? Now, that must have been interesting. There's two guys who can relate to one another.
I like him.
I like him. That's who he likes.
I'll bet you he's the most talked about guy here tonight, was what Larry King said about Kato Kalin's presence at this Hollywood Radio and Television Correspondents Association dinner.
So Larry, of course, has to be near him, because whoever's the most talked about, Larry has to be seen with.
Well, as far as I know, Larry King was the guy who invited him.
Two no talents bonding. Larry King and Kato Kalin. Two guys with equal talents. I like him. Larry King. Everyone rushes off to do the Larry King show. Borefest. One share.
But everybody wanted to be with Kato last night.
Not me. I wouldn't even care.
It's amazing what little it takes to be a star these days.
Hey, Kato, Kishmea Tukas Iran. That's Italian. Kato. Sleeps at OJ's house for free. Going to sit there and worship him? Is he the next witness?
No.
A couple
They're
more
going to
cops?
bring that Van Adder cop on.
I see.
Next.
Guy here, he's panting at the bit. He wants to get on and say, hey, man, I was there the whole night. Nobody was planting any evidence.
Yeah. It looks as if Jerry Lewis is having a really good year. Not only is he on Broadway in Damn Yankees,
but he just hit oil in his backyard. He's going to be able to put it on his head.
But they say there's some movie that he's in.
In France?
No, it's called Funny Bones.
Funny
and they're
Bones.
giving him good notices for that, too.
He didn't get good notices in that play, he's in.
Well, they say that, he can't really do the part, but that one song, he's really good at. Those were the good old days. They say he really, he hams it up really good in that one, does a few old vaudeville tricks and really sells it to the audience.
Isn't he old enough to die yet?
So it looks like we're going to have to put up with Jerry for a while longer.
He wants to rename the play from Damn Yankees to Damn Jerry. Can't stand that he's not mentioned in the name.
An American is aboard the Mir space station.
The Mir. What's going on? Are we in space? I just tuned that in the other night, man. I saw some Russians.
Yeah, for the first time, we're on the Russian space station.
Oh, wow.
First time we've blasted off in a Russian satellite. The astronaut who's up there will be picked up by the space shuttle in 90 days.
Homesick, Fred?
I do those stories for Fred.
Thank you.
Let me see what else is going on here that I want to tell you about. Peekaboo Street, remember her?
Yeah. Was she a disc jockey?
No. She was an Olympic skier. And she's just won some big downhill event.
She had big breasts?
Over in Europe somewhere. And unfortunately today she was flown off the slopes by a helicopter because she hurt herself. They say it could be serious. She either hurt her shoulder or her back. So, she's one of our premier skaters.
Never heard of her, but...
Oh, you heard of her during the last Olympics.
I did?
Yeah. Her parents were the hippies who gave her that strange name.
Peekaboo Street.
Yeah.
Peekaboo Ophelia Street. That's her middle name.
I don't think she's using her middle name yet.
Peekaboo Street.
They seem to have come up with a direct link between smoking and some forms of cancer for the first time. Some researchers at Johns Hopkins say they can now show that smoking attacks the P53 gene.
Oh, I got 54 other genes left. Good.
There's a lot of us who smoke and don't want to hear such nonsense.
And this particular gene has a lot to do with how you fight cancer.
Cancer.
I better fight and switch.
So they said when you smoke for 20 years at the level of about a pack a day, you can have a lot of mutations in your P53 gene.
Oh, I don't buy that for a minute.
It's just tummy propaganda.
I lit my cigarette with that news article.
Yeah.
I burned it up.
So if you are a smoker, they say stop. If you have never smoked, they say don't.
Put my cigarette butts in my ears. I don't have to listen to this.
Most of us who smoke are tired of hearing one negative story after another about the greatest industry this country has.
Where are the positive cigarette stories?
Yeah, what about all the people who are smoking like myself who have a clean bill of health?
You only hear the bad news.
Members of the New York Irish Lesbian and Gay Organization say they'll stage a St. Patrick's Day parade Friday.
What about some more smoking stories? Why are you always talking about some other stuff?
So the lesbian gays and the people who actually do the
I know what they smoke.
St. Patrick's Day parade here in New York are going to be fighting again.
Cushy bandits. Bone smugglers.
The group has been denied a parade permit, but they say they're going to march anyway.
Butts.
Related story.
The Ancient Order of Hibernians, which is the official sponsor of the parade, is a Roman Catholic fraternal organization that disapproves of homosexuality.
Yeah, like who doesn't?
They have obtained federal court approval to exclude gays and lesbians from their march.
As long as the smokers are safe, I don't care.
I also understand that the Pope is going to come out with an encyclical later this year that...
an encyclopedia?
No, an encyclical.
Oh, that's the thing you ride. It's got one wheel.
No.
That's the thing you smoke.
That's a unicycle.
Does the Pope smoke?
Dope.
They say that he's going to completely outline his views on sex and will come down foursquare against any type of birth control.
But he is in favor of anal sex now. He changed his ruling on it. Yeah, he's loosened up a lot.
Merry Christmas.
No, I don't think that's what
the butt is okay. Yeah, we are going to be more liberal. You still can't use condom, and you still can't have abortion, but the butt is fair play.
Make the noise.
Basically, if you want to have sex, you better be interested in procreating, is what the Pope is going to say.
And the butt. We got to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
We're back with a man who elicits confessions from killers.
I've never heard of anybody calling into live radio.
All right.
Whatever, and confessing to an atrocious crime like a murder.
Howard Stern.
All right, very good. Robin, anything else in the news?
Yes, Howard, the trial begins today for Francisco Martin Duran. He's the man accused of spraying the White House with semi-automatic rifle fire in October. He could face up to 10 counts, including attempted assassination of the president. Tourists videotaped the whole assault.
That's a good idea.
As well as Duran's capture by other tourists.
We saw a weird videotape yesterday. Did you see that tape with that guy, his wife, videotaped him and his friends spraying black people with Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Wow. This guy sent us this tape. Listen to this. His wife, I guess his wife at the time, and like three guys get in a car, and they drive down the block, and they had a fire extinguisher filled with Kool-Aid. And like they'd see a black guy in the street, they'd go, hey, dude, where's Martin Luther King Boulevard? And then all of a sudden, when the guy would like turn around or something, they'd spray him with Kool-Aid.
Mostly homeless people.
Yeah. So the guy,
Seemed like all homeless people.
Quite frankly. But we were watching the videotape, and it was kind of weird to look at. And then
It turns out that this guy, him and his wife broke up, so the wife turned the tape in.
Yeah. She said, "Oh, I've got something here.
Yeah. You're not going to give me alimony?
The police might like to see."
How about you and your friend spraying black people with Kool-Aid?
So, again, in the Duran case, it's not a matter of whether he did it or not. They say the case could hinge on whether he intended to hurt the president or just shoot at the White House. I don't see what the difference is. But anyway, he's going to try an insanity defense.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
And finally, Dustin Hoffman is in a new movie called Outbreak.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
How come? What's with you? I thought you were a big movie lady.
I am, but I have been ill.
Oh, is that right? Very surprised.
And at other times working hard.
I see.
I don't have time to just run off to the movie theater whenever I want.
And you had your period as well.
No, I didn't have.
You didn't? I thought you did. I thought you told me you did.
Doesn't keep me out of the theaters, even if I do.
What are you, a maxi pad lady, or you use tampons?
I use whatever I deem necessary.
What do you use? Maxi pad?
Why? But does it make a difference to you?
I'm just curious.
Does it make a difference? What difference would it make?
I just had this thought of you sitting in the theater seat, maybe wrecking it. If I see you as with a really heavy flow, like you're very womanly. I see everything about you being super womanly. You know what I mean?
So I use super whatever.
Right. I see you as a maxi pad lady.
Well, why don't you just listen to Dustin Hoffman here?
All
He
right.
seems like he has an axe to grind about something. I don't know exactly what it is.
What's his beef? What's he angry about?
He's in this new movie, Outbreak. He's congratulating himself for having gotten his first action role ever. This was a movie originally intended for Harrison Ford, and Harrison couldn't or wouldn't take it. And Dustin Hoffman happened to be sitting around with the director, who was lamenting the fact that he couldn't get Harrison Ford for his movie. Dustin read it and said, "Oh, please give it to me." So they rewrote it to accommodate Dustin Hoffman, and it's doing okay at the box office. But he's being interviewed now, and he seems to be irritated about something.
Maybe he's irritated about his height.
Listen to this.
Jack Nicholson did not take any more drugs than anybody else during that era of drug taking, yet he was the designated hitter. He took the hit for taking drugs. I mean, everyone was taking drugs in those days. Warren Beatty didn't bed down any more, probably less women than most of the stars at that time. And yet Warren Beatty had that distinction.
Sounds like he's just running out of stuff to talk about.
I think he's upset with his rap that he's just a good actor.
Yeah, hey, I screwed a lot of women.
He's a wild man who took drugs and slept with a lot of women.
Yeah, why can't I get a rap like that going?
How come those guys get those neat raps that I get just to be a good actor?
I don't know what his beef is.
He always seems irritated about something.
Irritated.
So I don't know what his problem is.
If I had his life, I wouldn't be too irritated. Make a few movies every once in a while, get a couple of $1 billion.
He's also complaining that he's not any more difficult than any other actor who has power and doesn't mind getting fired if he opens his mouth. He's an amazing man. I don't know how he would be able to make that determination.
5 years from now, I'll be making Volkswagen commercials.
A return to his roots.
All right.
Oh, and one other thing. Victoria Sellers, who is the daughter of the late actor Peter Sellers, is about to start serving a 120-day sentence in jail. She was also given some probation, 3 years probation.
Yeah, we know her.
Sellers was stopped by police in January after sheriff's deputies stopped her friend's car. She decided to approach them. They thought she was acting rather strange and seemed to be under the influence of drugs, and then they found several grams of methamphetamine in her purse.
Hey, maybe she's upset about her dad being dead.
Isn't that funny, though? The police stopped the car. Her friend is driving. All she has to do is sit there, but she approaches the cops and winds up in jail.
She's a wild girl, man. I'd like to have sex with her. Right? We had her on the show, man. I would have liked to have taken her back to the hotel.
Absolutely.
Had a little fun with that. Peter Sellers' daughter's is a firecracker.
What turns you off? I'm just trying
Not
to
much.
pinpoint.
She had a real good body.
What it would be.
And she looked like she was dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Like a dirty girl. Like she looked totally clean.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. She looked like she hadn't bathed in a while.
Family life a little crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
Do anything.
Is that what's happening, Robin?
It's what's happening here.
All right, I got to take a short break, then I'll do the plugs and everything else right after these words. What am I doing, brother? Due to the fact that our audience has bought about 10 million of these Brother P touches, Brother P Touch is actually offering a free CD of million-selling hits. It probably sold over 1 million already. So when you buy a Brother P Touch now, they give you a special phone number you can call, 1-800-8-BROTHER, and you can get a free CD with hits from the 80s and 90s. It's great. 1-800-8-BROTHER. But also get yourself a Brother P Touch. You'll love it. I don't care if you use it for business or for home. Label your videotapes, your audio cassettes, floppy disks, files, shelves, jars, a million things you can think of to label. Professional labels. People think you went out and hired a professional printer to make labels. It's great. I mean, it's really great. We all use it here on the show. So get yourself a Brother P Touch. You know where you can get them? You can get them at Staples, Office Max, J&R Music World, Sears Brand Central, Nobody Beats the Wiz, PC Richard & Son, and other fine dealers. It's really great. It's called the Brother P Touch. It's no bigger than a cigar box. You press print, now comes these, type in anything you want, now comes these beautiful labels. 1-800-8-BROTHER.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
I'll call you later, Rob, and see how I'm feeling. If I call you, that means we're not doing the show tomorrow. I'll try and get some sleep. I just passed out on the floor here. It was very nice.
That made you feel better.
Jackie Joke Man Marlowe. I don't want to miss the painting of the green breast tomorrow, so I will be.
I don't think that's a very important show. So.
That might cure me. Are you kidding? Jackie Marlowe, to order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette. It's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING.
It really wouldn't be bad to miss that one. So.
By the way, ladies, if you it's a St. Patty's Day tradition around here.
He probably won't be here. Don't bother.
He'll be here.
I'll be here. Tomorrow night, two big St. Patty's Day shows at Chuckles and Mineola on Long Island. Jackie's favorite shows to do for you because everyone will be drinking.
And so will he.
That's right. For filthy jokes, actually, he doesn't care if you drink. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. Maybe we should drink on the air tomorrow.
Oh, yeah!
Don't miss Fredwood Mac this Saturday at the Tamaqua Club in Brooklyn.
You don't even drink. How are you going to drink on the air?
Drink tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. I would do that. Call 718-646-9212 for information. Don't miss Baba Boohai next Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. at J&R Music World in downtown Manhattan. Celebrate St. Patty's Day with Stuttering John and his band at Coney Island High on St. Mark's Place between 2nd and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan this Friday night. For more info, call 201-942-OUCH. This Friday night, March 17th. Come to the hottest St. Patty's Day party in New York at Expo with Steve the Gorilla and special guest Black 47. If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. E-show tonight, Big Black. Up close and personal. We'll see you tomorrow.
Play CD1.
Play what?
CD1. Hit CD1.
Oh, come on, Fred.
What?
Trying to mellow out.
I'm sorry.
I had one foot out the door already.
I know.
I was going to do the plugs for my car. ZZ Top. ZZ Top, Robin. Coming at you, ZZ Top. I'll talk this one up for you. Show you how professional I can actually be, even under a 101-degree temperature. Ladies and gentlemen, ZZ Top. On your favorite radio stations. That's right. And we got some weather coming up in a couple of minutes, too. That's pretty good. Yeah,